Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Dives, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Welcome to our Sixers versus Celtics watch party. It is currently 6:30. We've got an hour to the game time begins. We have a lot of people that are going to be trickling in and out all night. First of all, happy Sixers Day, everybody. 2020 has freaking sucked, but we made it, guys. We freaking made it. Let's start out by introducing our first guest tonight. He is Joey D. Follow him on Twitter at JoeyD_6. What's going on, Joey?
We got basketball, baby. I'm feeling great.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
God, after committing my last 13 weeks of my life to the Eagles, is there anything better feeling than this Sixers season, man? Because 2019-2020 sucked, man. Up until really Daryl Morey came and just re-injected life into this roster. It was pretty bleak for Sixers fans. I remember there was a good 3-4 month time span where I was just I don't even want to talk about this team. Same goes for the Phillies. That's a whole other podcast. But here we are. The Sixers are about to debut this preseason versus
the man.
And man, Jason Blevins at the center, getting ready for that Celtics game. Man, what's the vibe like?
I love that sweater, boss.
It's empty. I don't know how if it's too loud in here. That was my concern. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm looking at Dwight, Howard, and Ben Simmons warming up right now. So yeah, it's very cool. I'll tell you this. Our seats are much better without fans. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better spot to take in the game. And it's
they set you up.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I'll let you see. We all basically have these center court perfect seats, right? I think I'm in row 14.
Okay.
So it one of the things with the media section behind the basket is it's tough to analyze the game. This is the perfect angle. So
nice.
So it's good.
They got to make that permanent. I mean, if you guys are recovering the game, you got to get the best.
No. These are the $200 seats. This is where they make their real money. So as soon as fans are back, we're done. We're out of here.
I think I'm simply ecstatic that this is our first watch party. And Jason, you sound and look terrific. Everything looks great.
Good. Awesome.
We're ready to go.
I actually took a walk around.
We're in mid-season form. Let's go.
Yeah. I took a walk around the concourse to try to find a quieter spot. But the music's a little quieter than it was 10 minutes ago, so I figured I'd give it a chance.
All right. I'm going to ask you a question, but before we do that, let's handle business. This is the Painted Lines YouTube channel. Tonight, we're doing a giveaway. Best comment gets these Trust the Process cards. We've got Markelle Fultz.
Yes.
We've got Rocco. We've got TJ and my man, Furkan Korkmaz. So
wow.
I'll be collecting the comments. So please comment as the game progresses. We're going to be also doing some Sixers trivia. So please subscribe, please please comment. Check us out at thepaintedlines.com. Check us out on Twitter at thepaintedlines. Jason, let's go. What are your
So hey, listen, I've already, speaking of Furkan, that card, I already got a DM request from Furkan Korkmaz fan 5, number 5, to get video of Furk, and I just happen to have some because I know where our bread is buttered. So I got some Furk video earlier. He's sporting the yellow low tops today, looking very good. So exciting times.
If someone doesn't claim that Furkan card, especially in the Furkan fan club, I'll be very disappointed.
I know.
All right, we have Dunder Dude saying good news here in 2020. Dylan says Furkan. The faithful fanatics love Furkan Korkmaz for sure. All right, Jason, I don't know how long we got you right now, but what's your expectations for tonight, and what do you want to see from the good guys?
So Doc said to expect Ben and Joel to play roughly normal minutes in the first half. So what does that mean? 15 to 18 minutes, I guess, from those guys, and then very little in the second half. So, he's probably going to run a lot of second unit in the second half. So expect Shake to get a lot of burn as the point guard in the second half, and I'm expecting to get a look at, and I haven't seen him on the floor yet. Tyrese Maxey. Do they put the ball in Tyrese's hands
Yep.
in that second half, or do they play him off ball, make him a defender? That's what I think it's worth sticking around, as painful as second halves of preseason games can be. It's worth sticking around, I think, for that reason tonight. Let's see what we have in the rookie.
Yes.
And I got here at 5:15. Haven't seen him on the floor yet, so I don't know where he is in the schedule warm up. Haven't seen Joel yet. I think Joel normally comes out right around 50 minutes before tip, which is we're at 48 now, so I would expect him any minute. So yeah, I'm excited to see Tyrese Maxey. I haven't seen Isaiah Joe yet. I posted some video of Seth Curry, and wow, Seth Curry's pretty good with the ball in his hands.
Oh baby.
And boy, is his shot effortless, clean, quick. So
It runs in that family.
Yeah, pretty excited for Seth pops at even in a warm up. Seth pops as a better player than I would have guessed a couple of years ago for sure.
There's a lot to watch tonight. Joel Embiid, Seth Curry, two-man game. Ben Simmons, jump shot, his development. You know where I'm going, Jason.
Look behind my ear, and I think you'll see Ben Simmons shooting from the corner.
All right, very nice.
Is that right?
You don't find this anywhere else here at the Painted Lines YouTube channel.
That's live streaming. Ben Simmons shooting from the corner. I don't know if he's making it because I'm looking at you, but now I'll look. Okay.
We'll say that he's making all of them. We'll just say that.
Out of everything,
because that's every. I mean, if we're going by videos, Ben has shot 100% from three for his career. So.
Funny thing about highlights, right?
Yep. Tyrese Maxey's got my attention tonight. Isaiah Joe. I want to see all the kids play. That is my heart and soul. I love watching the kids and see what you got. And Tyrese Maxey is going to look excellent, I think, tonight. Joey, what do you want to see tonight?
Yeah, I want to see the young guys. I'm real curious to see how the starting five looks. I doubt they'll play extended minutes, but I really want to see how they're shaping up just to start off. But honestly, I was thinking about this before I went on the stream, but I'm really just excited to just watch a game for once because, as we were talking about before we went on, we've gone through 13 weeks of Eagles agony leading up to this, and now we finally get Sixers basketball back, and I'm really just excited for a little breath of fresh air, considering for some Philly sports. You know what I mean?
Jason, I'm seeing this message just now. Ben Simmons and Dwight Howard are out. Do you mean they're actually on the court now, or they're actually not playing tonight? What was that?
No, they're on the court right now. They're warming up.
All right, wonderful. I wanted to make
and
sure.
Shooting from the corner. Yeah.
Perfect.
I think there's a video with that tweet, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So I've got.
Oh no! By the way, Jason. So I was scrolling the timeline before we went live, and I did see videos of Maxey working out on the court. So he might have been on. He might have worked out before you got there.
Interesting. Maybe I just missed him. Interesting.
Doodle Bop Drop, fantastic name, by the way. Do you think Shake will start at any point this season?
Yeah. I think he'll probably 20 games probably as a starter.
Joey standing up. I love it. I mean, absolutely Shake's going to be starting. It'll be situational. Let's give the respect he deserves.
So Ben is shooting from the corner. He just made his last two, I think 3 of his last 5 attempts from the corner. Just went in during the anthem. So So there you go. Hot off the presses. He's taking threes in warm up.
Oh, it's at NBA Krell. What's up, man?
What's going on, Austin? How you doing, man?
I am sitting in my humble abode, enjoying some Asian food.
Where aren't you?
I'm in my attic.
It's an undisclosed location in Delco, PA.
Doodle Bob Drop. If you want to watch and get to know everything about Shake Milton, we did a season preview about a couple of weeks ago here.
Hold on. Dwight Howard's shooting from 3, and it looks pretty good, actually. Let me get some video. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Oh, snap. Yams. What's going on, Yams? My man. I've been watching Ric Flair clips the past hour to get hyped for this. Dear Lord, I miss basketball. Preach, brother. Preach. Diverse Conscious says, let's get it, Sixers. Yam says, I'm having a hard time keeping these alligator heels down. It's about to happen. Ben is about to shoot. And my man Nadir, thank you for joining again. Says,
guys.
you guys.
All right. I just got like 4 in a row from Dwight Howard and Ben Simmons. So
all right, that's going to break the internet for
there
sure.
will not. Yeah, there will be no
Content.
overreaction to this. I'm sure no one will overreact to this.
All right,
Yeah, because Philadelphia is a very rational city, of course.
Quick note, guys, we are doing a giveaway. Trust the Process cards are yours if you have the best comment of the night. We will do a collective vote during the post-game show, and whoever gets it gets a Furcan card. TJ, Rocco, and Mr. Markel Fultz. Trust the process.
Nadir, good to see you.
Yeah, Nadir.
Right. So Joel has just reached the floor, so he
Thank
just
you, dear. I do appreciate it. Jason, are you covering on behalf of 97.3?
yes, I'm in the building for 97.3, yes.
Gotcha.
We'll scratch that from the tape.
All right, Austin, what do you want to see tonight? What's your expectation
I want to see
for Boston versus the Sixers?
I don't really have any expectations per se. I would expect that they'd say higher pace is what they've been talking about, and feeling guys out. And so I think what I would say is I am expecting turnovers, maybe some confusion, maybe some pain and growing pains in the early going. But this time they're just trying to feel each other out. I think, if you're getting upset over wins and losses in the preseason, your head's not in the right place. It's just about feeling it out. So, just getting people comfortable with NBA competition again, really.
Yep. But listen. But in Philadelphia, if they win tonight, they're sweeping the Lakers in the finals. But if they lose tonight, then they're getting the up after the season. So.
This is true. No one loves me, so it is definitely a good feeling to know that a man in Turkey does like me.
We love you, Rob. We 100% love you. You know that, man. You know that. I'm excited for Kyrie Smith.
Embrace uncertainty, Austin. Embrace uncertainty. By the way, uncertainty.
I just want to be with my friends.
Still no word. I talked to PR. Still no word on whether we're going to have a blue coat season this year.
Wow, for real? Okay.
Yeah, which to me at this point means probably not. Probably not.
If they're uncertain at this point, then it's definitely not going to be happening.
Yeah, I can't say definite because they wouldn't say that, but I got no indication to think that there would be.
All right. I think we have a fan of yours, Austin. Is that? I'm assuming Kristaps Porzingis a top 15 player.
I saot the numbers.
He is, except for the fact that he's not even in the realm of top 15 player. So Hey.V1, I won't give away his name on air. But he texted me today. He said, at first he said Jay Rich was a top 15 player, which I was like, all right, let's walk that one back.
I wonder where he's from.
And then I asked him if I was like, do you mean KP? Because you couldn't possibly mean that. And he said, yeah, I mean KP. So then I put the poll up, and 93% of a whopping 161 votes said he is not a top 15 player.
Yep.
And keep in mind, this individual very well could have posted that poll in a group me of Mavericks fans, and that could be accounting for the entire pool of the yes votes. So there's your math. And on that note, gentlemen, I am going to eat my dinner. I'll be back in a little bit. Everyone can expect an observations article or a game article, game story from me every night. And tonight is no different than that. So that'll be out as soon as the buzzer sounds, maybe even a little before. And it'll be updated as the night goes on with, if I can get my hand on some quotes, we'll include that in there as well.
All right. So we are
Austin, I'm going to forward you the Zoom info because my headset setup, not good for transcription. So I will send you that post-game Zoom info.
Now we're talking with some. We're talking.
Like giving a baby candy. Like,
we'll let you guys watch the sausage thing, man.
Looks like a kid in a candy shop.
You can see the drool coming out of my mouth, actually.
Yam says Isaiah Joe goes 10 of 10 from 3. Oh baby, speaking to my heart, bro. Yams, that'd be absolutely terrific. Clyde Foster's joining us. Says Simmons hitting threes from the corner. Fake news. It's like if a tree falls down in an empty forest, I guess. I just want them to win the first half. I mean, Jason, we're on the blue route. Like we live and die in the second half. So
yep,
it is what it is. And Nadir says, shouldn't we take this game more seriously and play like it was a regular game? They have 2 games to figure it out. That is a really good point, Nadir, because
I'm back on, guys.
They only have 2 preseason games. You know, Jason, do you expect actually Joel and the starters to get more minutes and a little more burn because of that fact?
Well, Doc said before the game that the answer is no. They'll play somewhat normal rotation in the first half, but very little in the second half. So, you know, you might see more Danny Green. You might see more Shake, some of the top 7 guys, you know, 3 through 7, maybe more. But don't expect to see Ben and Joel, certainly not Joel, a lot in the second half. You know, they might get him out for a couple of minutes to open the second half just to get that routine of going out, staying limber in halftime, coming back out, getting warmed up again. But don't expect a ton of minutes in the second half from him.
We have Brock Landis saying, what's up, family? Make sure you go check out Brock Landis' YouTube channel. It is absolutely terrific. He does some of the best video content ever on the Sixers and the NBA. I can't recommend it enough. Justin, how you doing, man?
Hey, by the way,
up,
I just realized based on Sixers Adams video where he was sitting.
Yeah.
So there he is behind me. I know he doesn't like to be on camera, but there he is behind me.
I can't believe he's old enough to get in the building.
It's that joke is so 2019.
Jason, do they have like food and drinks, like concessions for you? Like, what does that look
concessions? Like? All right, so here's food and drink. Here's my food and drink. Would you like me to open the box?
What's in the box?
I'm not allowed to eat the
What's in the box, Dave? What's in the box?
Was this Movie Matrix? Right, so there's a wrap, chips, and an apple. It's healthy.
Fantastic.
So yeah, it's COVID has definitely changed the process. Normally, we would be back in the bowels of the arena at this time before the game. Around 35 minutes before game time, everybody leaves the floor. Right now, everybody's left the floor, and we'd be in a media workroom down in the bowels of the arena, eating free food. But with COVID, everything is no touch. So when we walked in, we got a boxed meal. We got either a soda or a bottle of water, and we have an entire table to ourselves, each one of us. So I think I've pointed the media row which is now like the entire lower bowl, one half of the arena. So a lot of differences. In many ways, a lot nicer for us.
How many media people are there, would you say?
Well, so okay, I can count the tables. So there's about 30 tables. So I'm gonna guess there's about 30 or so beat people expected. And that's a combination of photographers, writers, things like that. So out here right now is probably about 10 or 12 of us. But everybody's got their own routine. I tend to really try to watch pregame warm-ups for various reasons. Usually I try to watch the other team, but first game of the preseason, I'm not gonna go watch Carson Edwards obsessively, right? But everybody's got their own routine, and right now there are about 10 of us out here, and the other guys tend to huddle around, talk to each other at times during the games, before the game. So everybody's got their own routine.
All right, Justin, what are your expectations for this game tonight, man?
Expectations? Honestly, I'm trying not to go into the game with any huge expectations. Obviously, I'm very excited, but I think I'm trying to keep a little bit of a level head. Obviously, like Jason said, our top guys are being said that they're not going to be playing into the second half, most likely. So I'm really excited to see what Tyrese Maxey brings to the table, and Jake Milton.
Love it. We have diverse conscious saying, Brock, stay solid, baby. Brock, you better keep that as your hashtag. Like that, you got to run with that, man. Adam Hockenberry is joining, said, let's go. Diverse conscious. Who do you guys have making the first shot of this game? I'll go Ben Simmons. I'm going to go Ben Simmons. Quick attack to the rim. What about you, Jason?
I agree. That's what I would have said. So kudos.
Joey.
You know.
I'm thinking either Ben quick to the rim or Joel face up.
Justin?
I'm thinking they're going to go with the old JJ Redick trying to get him hot. Seth Curry running around the ball screen right here.
Love it. Wait, hold on. Let's go here first. Jonathan Himes, thanks for joining. I know this is Sixers chat, but can you talk about Kyrie and how
Yes.
I'm going to let – I think we should let Jason
Yes.
take over from here.
I have so much I want to say. So a couple of things. One, never, ever encourage someone to not speak to the media, ever. Because what you're doing is the media is here to hold people accountable, to ask the tough questions, to get past the packaged product. And under no circumstances should we encourage someone to write their own narrative, as flat or spherical as that narrative may be. Having said that, I think, Kyrie is a polarizing figure. I think for the last 2 minutes of a close game, he's one of the top 10 players in the league. For the other 46 minutes, I'm not entirely sold that he is a top 100 player in the league. So
Getting hot in here.
he's a guy with Durant. It could really work really well, or it could really go poorly. Both interesting personalities, both hyper smart but quirky. So it'd be fascinating to see how well they get along in March. But KD can keep you in a game, and if you're close, then KD and Kyrie in the last 2 minutes is a pretty nice way to bring a game home. Not a lot of teams that have that, so it's a nice 1-2 punch for those final 2 minutes.
Any other takes on that, guys?
Yeah, I mean, just for me, I understand the frustration that he might have had with some national media. I think the one Woj article that came out right before the bubble about calling him the disruptor when he kind of really wasn't being that much of a disruptor. I get that. I get that rubbing him the wrong way and him being upset about that. But at the same time, reporters like Jason who are going to games every single day and working their butt off to get product out there and get content out there, it's unfair to them for him to just say, you know what, I'm blacking out the media for this year. I'm not going to give you any content. I'm not going to speak to you. It's not right. I mean, I know I might be a little biased because we're all in media in the media right now, but they have it's in the contract. You have a duty to just talk to the media and just don't be an asshole about it. Pretty much, it's very odd, but it's whatever.
But
here's the other thing with that too is the media isn't just for the clarity of outside people, it's also for the NBA growth. So in general, it surprised me that that the Nets even allowed that in the first place, being that it's not just for the media members and the public, it's for the organized NBA association as well.
Yeah, I just don't think, forget about sports for a minute. No public figure should be immune from having to answer to media. In general, it's a bad precedent. I don't like it. Sorry, I've got to take my sweater off. One difference is because the NHL hasn't started yet, this is normally a freezing cold gym. And I wore 3 layers tonight. And yet there's no ice. So it's completely different. It's warm. It's muggy. My glasses are fogging up.
It's only going to get worse, man. With all that body heat going on for 2.5 hours.
There's no 20,000 people here, so I expected it to be freezing tonight, and it's not at all. It's not cold at all.
All right. Quick reminder, guys. This is the Painted Lines YouTube channel. Please check us out on Twitter at the Painted Lines. Our website is thepaintedlines.com. Please be sure to like. Please be sure to subscribe. Please be sure to comment. We're getting a ton of comments already. This is what it's all about. We're going to react to the game tonight. We are not going to show the game, but I promise you, we're going to have some very informative Sixers basketball talk all night long. Please, please, please subscribe. We also have a giveaway going on. The best comment gets some Trust the Process basketball cards, Furkan, Rocco, TJ, all those guys. And joining us now is the voice of the people. You know him on at Philly_Madness. What's going on, Rob?
I'm just so excited that I really, outside of this statement, don't have to mention the names Jalen Hurts or Carson Wentz. I can just thoroughly enjoy a sporting event without having to worry about too much when it comes to idiocy in the world of Philadelphia. So I am pumped, man.
I think that this is the happiest you've been in a solid 3 months.
Yeah, I really don't know. I'm already starting to think about the voice of the people for this week, and I think I'm going to have this angry session, and then I'm just going to be happy talking about the Sixers. Look, I got the high noons out on a Tuesday night.
Nice.
It can only mean that I'm ready for a good time.
Nice. And does it happen to also be that you might not have school tomorrow?
Well, so our school has decided this year that we will not have traditional snow days now that we're so good at virtual learning. They already made the call today that tomorrow and Thursday are virtual learning days. But because I have 3 children at home, I'm still going to go into school tomorrow, but nobody's in front of me. So I could just turn the camera off and talk to them like I know what the hell I'm talking about. And, live off this hangover that I think is probably going to come my way today.
I can afford a hangover. I'm halfway done my master's degree, so we're almost halfway there. There
you go.
The problem is when you get to the age of Rob and I, you don't do with hangovers anymore. It's not even worth it. The older you get, the earlier you start drinking. That way you don't have to deal with the hangover. And
the whole idea of sleeping in to try and sleep off the hangover doesn't happen when you have children that are waking up at 6 a.m. No, they don't care about that.
You guys are just old, man.
Me and Justin don't have that problem. We can do it without ramifications.
Let me know, baby.
Give me a bottle of water and I'm good.
Podcast as much as I am. I might not have that problem anymore either. I might get thrown out of this damn house.
Hey guys, 2035 is right around the corner. I promise you. I promise you.
I'm going to fall asleep one day and wake up and I'll be 35. So,
man, good times. All right, let's go to some comments. We got to catch up a little bit here. Zach Bergland says Simmons, Seth Green, Tobias Embiid, Shake, Maxey, Howard off the bench. Is that what they're going with tonight, Jason?
That looks right to me, actually. Yeah, I think Matisse is going to be in that 9-man as well. Maxey's the big wild card, right? How good has his camp been as a rookie? How quickly do we see him? do we see Maxey for more than 6 minutes in the first half? Probably not. I think if you see more than 6 minutes in the first half from Maxey, that's a really good sign. A really good sign. But second half, I think you're going to see a ton of Maxey.
Love it.
So I would add Thibault into that. Korkmaz is going to play a lot. I would say Korkmaz will probably play a healthy amount in the first and second half. So those are the guys I'd see.
Yeah, I think first half it'll probably be relatively normal to what we're going to be seeing in the regular season, and then second half is just going to be letting the young guys cook.
Yep. We have Finn joining. Thank you so much for joining. Isaiah Joe about to go off. Please, God. We got Justin dancing in the bottom corner there. Love it. Love the energy. Adam Hockenberry says, swing to Danny. I think he's referring to the first bucket of the game. Brock said, I'll be there soon. See you soon, bro. Do you all know the starting lineup? We just said the starting lineup. There it is. There it is. Cody Carter says, how is it going to work when one of them is watching live and the others have a TV delay? Jason,
we do it all the time.
I know.
I won't be on here during the game.
A 20-second delay because I have YouTube TV, so I think that's why I get that delay. So it sucks, but it is what it is.
Ives blames it on YouTube TV. I blame it on that they just got TV where he lives about 5 years ago, and I think that's why there's such a delay. They're not used to it yet.
That Amish TV network they got out there. Yeah, I won't be on the live stream during the game, so I'll sign off here sometime when players and coaches come back out for pregame. But yeah, so you won't have to deal with me reacting before you see it. That won't be happening.
Matt McGinty from the Faithful Fanatics. Check out that podcast at Faithful Fans 2 on Twitter. Says Korkmaz isn't starting. I'm not watching this game. They got bombarded by Furkan Korkmaz lovers during a recent pod where one or two of them might have said one or two mean words about Furkan. And I'm telling you guys, be careful what you say around Furkan Korkmaz. It's like walking on eggshells around here. Oh my gosh. Korkmaz looks like he wears cool water cologne.
No.
Yes.
I don't know what's wrong. Wait a minute.
I don't know what that is.
I had a 4-year period where I was wearing cool water cologne. What's wrong with that?
It's better than Axe.
And then I upgraded to Aqua de Joe later in life, but you know.
All right, this is another reminder, guys. We are 30 minutes away from tip-off. We are doing a giveaway. We got process cards for Markelle Fultz, Robert Covington, Rob's favorite, TJ McConnell, and Furkan Korkmaz. If you have the best comment of the night, we will announce the winner during the postgame show immediately after the clock hits 0. So comment, laugh with us. Tonight's going to be freaking awesome. We're so excited the Sixers are back. And make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like here at the Painted Lines YouTube channel. Check us out at thepaintedlines.com. Check us out on Twitter at The Painted Lines. Excuse me. Justin, did I miss anything?
Like and subscribe.
Period.
Turn on notifications.
We have Charles. Yes, turn on notifications because we pump out videos like 2-3 times a day. And if you want to know kind of what our schedule is, I just started to pump some things in the YouTube community section just so everyone is aware of what shows are going down. But you can also see that on Twitter. My man Justin down there, who was dancing, pumps out so much awesome content from the Twitter account. So and Instagram. Go check us out on Instagram, The Painted Lines. Charles Butler says Celtics in 6. Let's not go there, dude. Let's not. Today's about optimism. Today's about hope. That's my fear, that we get bombarded by Celtics fans.
I embrace that, Don.
Yeah, me too. I embrace the other teams coming in our chat.
You need to get Jess and get her in on this, man. If that happens, we need Jess. We need Jess behind us, man.
What's Jess doing right now?
I'll make them feel like Cleveland if they come on here. Let's go.
I love
So,
it.
hey, a couple of things from in the arena. You might be able to see it on TV because Ala and Tom McGinnis are right behind me, but there are a lot less employees here. And I was thinking the other day about the impact to like halftime performers, the dunk squad, the Sixers Stixers. So there do seem to be some of the dunk squad. They might be dunk squad, they might be the dancers, but that hype crew that hypes up the crowd. There are some of them. The DJ, the in arena DJ is here. Is well lit actually. But there's a much lower set of employees here. A lot of people are impacted economically by this. So while fans are impacted, media is impacted. You just look around at how many fewer jobs right now are here, and I hope we get back to normal soon. It's surreal tonight. It's interesting for us, obviously, but it's not the same energy as 17 minutes 56 seconds before tip off would normally be. With you'd probably have 12 to 15,000 people here already. There's nothing like that. This feels like I don't even know how to describe it, but I hope we get back to
It's like a JV high school basketball game.
Yeah. It's like going to Delaware for the Bluecoats, right?
No. I listen, the Bluecoats, even on a bad night, they had 500, 800 people there. This is like employees. All right, the team has just come out, so
Okay.
I'm gonna jump off.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, thanks everyone.
Yeah. See you later.
Really appreciate everyone watching.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Bye, everyone. Thanks, everyone, again for watching along and supporting us. The last 2 months have been awesome, so let's keep enjoying the ride. Thanks, everyone.
Let's go.
All right, see you, Jason.
We have Jonathan Himes asking, what's more likely tonight, Joel scoring 35 or Ben shooting more than 1 3? I'm going Ben Simmons all day on that one, man.
Oh, Ben, yeah, you take that Ben bet.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Joel is going to play his normal first half minutes. You may not see him in the second half. So for him to score 35 would be astronomical. I think you see Ben shoot more than 1 3 tonight. And I think they've talked about it. They wanted it to happen last year and it didn't. You're going to see Ben in that corner ready to shoot this year, I think. I think that's where the shots are going to come from him. Yeah. And I would guess if Danny Green gets his way, you're going to see Ben shoot 1 or 2 a night. I don't know if he's going to make them, but he's going to shoot 1 or 2 a night, and that's fine by me. That's fine by me.
What the offense looks like is absolutely something I am so excited to see. Is it the 2-man game with Seth and Joel? Is it where is Ben in that? Any comments on Ben Simmons in this offense, guys?
I think it's going to be interesting. I think, like Doc's been talking about, I think they're going to put him in a lot more pick and rolls than Brown did in the past 3 years. I think that's going to be interesting to see. I think I'm excited to see how that goes. I'm not sure what else. I mean, besides what else he was doing prior to Doc coming on, he'll just be driving to the basket and passing out the shooters. So we'll see what happens.
I think we're going to see get the ball moving off ball and getting the ball like closer towards the rim. What about you, Joey?
Yeah, cutting to the rim, screening on pick and rolls. I'd love to see them run some high pick and rolls with Seth Curry coming up top. And I'd love to see them kind of work from the elbow. We saw a little bit of that towards the end of the year last year when they had to try to mix things up. Just him working from the elbow, as sort of that free safety role. So, I mean, it's good. I mean, you can't really make any, full conclusions in one preseason game, but we'll probably get some sneak peeks of the new actions that he'll be in.
We have Zach asking, will Tyrese Maxey be part of the 8-player rotation? We will see. We're very excited. We just spent a good chunk of the beginning of this pod talking about expectations for Tyrese Maxey. That is easily my number one most interesting storyline tonight. I love the kids. I love to watch the kids. I do the blue route, so that is like my blood. That is my heart and my soul. So I'm very excited to see what Tyrese Maxey can do. Defensively, I think he's just going to jump right in and look great. from the jump, but I don't know how much playing time he's going to get in that first half. His playing time will probably be more so in the second half, and that's where we see what his role is, because we don't know what his role is going to be on this team. I think he can be, a pick and roll facilitator, that kind of player. I just don't know how ready he is yet, especially with shooting the ball. Anybody else on Tyrese Maxey, guys?
So I think with him, he's sort of in that realm that Shake was last year with the sort of he's a combo guard, but he's more of a 2 guard or a point guard. And we saw with Shake that he's much more in sort of the shape of a 2 guard, I would say, just not because he's not able to facilitate enough to be considered a real point guard. And I think Maxey might sort of end up being in that sort of category. But who knows? Maybe he can run an offense better than we think. So we'll see.
Yeah, he's got a fantastic first half. He's definitely a better shooter than advertised. He's got some athleticism. He can play off ball too. So it's super exciting to see what Tyrese Maxey can get.
But does he have the playmaking though? That'll be key.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see.
I think something we saw in college with him is that he could play make around the rim and in the pick and roll to the bigs. I think the main thing is if he can play make to the outside and to the line, to the shooters on the outside. And from the video that you saw him when he was working with Chris Hoops, is him and Rajon Rondo were specifically working on passing it out to the corner and passing it out to the 3-pointer. So it could be interesting. It seems like it's something he is working on.
Rob, any take?
Yeah, listen, after reading up on this kid a little bit and learning about him, I will take a kid with that dog-like mentality that he has any day of the week. I have a feeling he's going to be a pleasant surprise this year. As you said, it might take him a little bit of time here in the early parts of the season. But I not only think he's going to play, I think he's going to be a heavy contributor for this team. And, defensively, I think he's going to be solid. And I think offensively he can make enough plays. I'm really interested to see him in ball screens tonight. I want to see how he's used in ball screens, how he handles it, how he handles the speed of the game. So, the one thing a bunch of guys have said about him in practice is on the defensive end, he doesn't allow himself to get screened, and that's the area of defense where I've always said as a coach, that's about here and here. That's not about talent. That's about want to. And it seems like he's a kid that just wants to succeed. So I am very excited to see him.
This guy's a dog defensively, and that was easily their number one issue on defense, stopping the pick and roll on defense, especially with guards. Austin, do you think Tyrese Maxey will be part of the 8-player rotation, and what do you want to see from this guy tonight?
When you say 8-player rotation, do you mean like tonight or in general?
That's a great question. I don't really know. I don't know.
We'll say
make it whatever you want it to be, Austin.
I would say fans probably expect him to play like the entire second half. I would probably put it in somewhere around he plays like 16 minutes tonight. Probably what I'd say. It's just a very low stakes environment. You want to figure out what you have, if he looks different and maybe has a different gear in game than in practice. So I would say probably gets a healthy dosage. But they also have pieces. This isn't about the Tyrese Maxey show off the bench. This is about getting the other pieces that are going to be contributing acclimated to that environment as well. And so for that reason, I think they're going to look at him, but they're not going to be playing him where he's like getting copious minutes and at the expense of others.
All right. We have an awesome comment. Matt McGinty says, rumor has it hasn't stopped raining in Cleveland yet. That is an inside joke during our Eagles versus Browns watch party. And Diverse Conscious says, Boston baked beans are in the chat. I thought I smelled a fart. Should we add that to the best comment list?
Wow. Well played early. An early good one.
Throw that in there.
Throw it in there? I got to figure out how to copy this shit.
Watch your mouth.
Can we
Family show.
Listen, Jake, I just want to let you know, I already said it. I'm not mentioning this name. I'm not mentioning the other name. This is a fun, happy show. This is not an Eagles depressing, destroy my brains show, okay? Don't bring him up again.
The starter.
And speaking of not talking about them, we have some polls that we put out on Twitter that I want to get into at some point before the game starts. So
yeah,
whenever you're ready, what's up?
Starters have been announced. Simmons, Green, Curry, Harris, Embiid.
Yep.
Okay.
What we expected. Yep.
Yep. All right, so I added diverse conscious to the best comment of the night. The best comment of the night gets these Trust the Process cards. Markel, Rocco, Tej, and my man Furka and Korkmaz. So winner of the night, best comment of the night. We've already got diverse conscious. Keep the comments coming. We will try and stay on top of it as much as possible. And Justin, before I throw it to you, I don't know if you guys are watching pregame live here on NBC Philly, but Coach Jimmy Lionel's beard is on point again tonight. It looks terrific. All right, Justin, what are some of your polls?
All right, so one of the best ones that I see here that is really going in one direction is which area on the Sixers will have the majority of your attention tonight. And the choices we had were floor spacing, pick and roll, Ben's jumper, and the rookies. And people are thinking floor spacing is the biggest thing they're looking to tonight. So why do you guys think that is? And why do you guys think that is?
We haven't seen it.
It's been a while. I mean, we've heard again and again about bringing back the Sixers to 2017, which that team was covered with shooters. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, and that's the key thing here. After last year, where it was just such a clogged floor, there was no one that really was spreading defenses out. Just the excitement of spacing the floor. And look, we said this when Doc was hired. We said this when they started out in pieces. The excuses for the two young stars on this team are now over. Okay, you have the spacing. Yes, it's going to take some time, but let's see how they respond. Now, I'm not saying how do they respond tonight because it should look perfect because we're stupid if we believe that. But it's going to be exciting to see a couple guys that when you shift the ball out that can knock down shots and you feel confident when they shoot. Not Justin Richardson when you are Jason, whatever is what was his first name?
Josh.
Yeah.
You had every J in the book except that one.
God.
I will say
wrong former Sixer with Jason Richardson. Wrong.
I
former
would
Sixer.
miss Taylor Richardson.
Jason Richardson's not better than Josh.
I will say though, Josh Richardson went 5 for 6 last night for the Mavericks.
It's great. He had those games here, and then he became non-existent for 30 straight. So I'm not worried about what Josh is doing out with Luka. I'll tell you that.
I agree. Okay, so we'll move on. The next one is which in the Sixers versus Celtics preseason game tonight, who will have the most points? A lot of people are leaning towards Shake Milton. Would you guys agree with that? Who do you guys think?
I think that's pretty fair. I'm really
that's fair. I mean, we're expecting him to play the most minutes, so hypothetically, you could say that he's going to have the most points.
Shaking the pick and roll, baby. Let's go.
See,
Shake and bake.
You say you expect Shake to have the most minutes. People in the polls think it's going to be Tyrese. They disagree with Austin.
Okay.
Well, they're not smart. I didn't say that.
I got to throw this comment by this guy, Andrew, saying, will the old guy who wears the number 76 jersey be allowed in the arena? It won't feel like a home game without him. That is a great
six man.
Alan Dershowitz, baby.
Alan Dershowitz with the Jewish community. Gotta love it.
Love it.
I think you know what he is. He's a real estate investor. He owns a lot of UPenn campus.
Yeah.
Okay, and another poll we got is which Sixers player are you most excited to watch tonight? And most people, 65% of people are saying Tyrese Maxey.
Wow. Okay, Tyrese Maxey.
It's Alan Horowitz. My bad. The sixth man is Alan Horowitz.
Did you say Dershowitz?
Alan Dershowitz, the lawyer?
Yeah, he's the lawyer.
And he fought for Bill Clinton and all that. Yeah.
Wrong.
Clip it.
Wrong.
Put it on Twitter. Clip it.
I actually think Alan Dershowitz was the lawyer for that. What did I say? Jason or John? Whatever the hell I said.
Jaleel Richardson?
Yeah, Jaleel Richardson and Alan Dershowitz go together.
Jeremiah. Sorry, Jeremiah. We are not showing the game. We're just reacting to the game, doing some quick grades. We're going to be doing Sixers trivia. We're going to be doing giveaways. So, sorry, bro.
Okay, another thing we can discuss a little bit is Jason, who is our man on the ground tonight, talked about on a post on his Twitter saying about Justin Anderson's working the three is his form improved in the three-point shot. So I don't know, Austin, if you want to talk about that at all, about shooting form. Have you seen that?
The shot top.
So
Not Dr.
I saw a quicker load up in that video. It wasn't like too dramatic of a change, which I think in this point in your career, you're probably not going to see that out of the guy. But I did see a marked difference in his sort of pattern of shooting. I thought that there was a more direct load up, and wasn't a lot of like extra activity there, which always just helps you stay in the flow and rhythm and maintain fluidity. And I think that might help him. But I think at this point he probably is just like what he is as a shooter. So,
all right.
As well as that, Vincent Poirier. So what do we think about Vincent Poirier? Because I know something that I think Austin said, and something that I've been thinking as well, is that center battle at the reserve spot with him and Bradley. What do you guys think about that?
I suspect that everyone thinks it's going to be like it's about Simba. I think the battle is between Bradley and Poirier, and it wouldn't surprise me if Poirier won. It also wouldn't surprise me if Tony Bradley won either. So I don't really know.
Being that they gave up an asset to get Tony Bradley, you think that gives them any more pressure to sign him?
They gave up an asset?
I mean, they gave up a
Did they?
asset who's now on the Memphis Grizzlies.
Who is that asset?
A first-round draft pick, also known as Zaire Smith, who is just now on a basketball team.
Shout out my source. Told me today that it was an Exhibit 10 deal. I was able to report that. So
well done.
Nice.
Crow with the sources.
Yam says, I think, hope, and pray this is the year Ben Simmons breaks the 20 points per game mark and silence some of the hot takes. I mean, Ben taking the next step is everything, man. Can he stay aggressive? Can he make a living at the free throw line? What does Doc Rivers' offense, do? How does it impact Ben Simmons? Yo, Tiago, what's up, man?
There he is.
Hey,
Iago.
How you guys doing?
We're talking about your favorite guy, Ben Simmons. Dude, what before the game starts, we're about 15 minutes away. What are your expectations for tonight? What do you want to see versus the Celtics?
I want to see some of the depth they got on the bench. I think you're going to get a good second half from guys like Maxey and Thibault and Korkmaz. I want to see what they have in that backup unit. It's a COVID year, right? So, depth's going to be huge for any team. So I want to see what they have in those guys.
Love it. Let's keep going. We got a lot of comments here, guys. Keep commenting. Again, we are the Painted Lines YouTube channel. Please be sure to subscribe. Keep commenting. The best comment gets Trust the Process cards. We'll go through it a little bit, and during the breaks, we'll be doing trivia too.
Also, if you want, follow the Painted Lines on Twitter. Tweet at us, and I'll be looking at our mentions. We can talk about
if you want to. What kind of an endorsement is that?
All right, go fucking follow the Twitter. Yes. Fucking tweet at us on Twitter. I'll see it in the mentions. We'll talk about you during the game.
That's how you do it.
Follow the fucking Twitter.
My son, this is how you do it. If y'all bitches don't follow us on Twitter, we're calling the police on everybody. We're tracing IP addresses. We're calling the police.
We are Xbox hackers.
Yeah, I love it. Nothing But Sixers says, "Hey guys, just joined one of our regulars. Thanks, Nothing But Sixers. Thank you."
I was about to say, also, don't start the PS4 versus Xbox battle in here, Joey. It's not a good idea.
No, I will start it, and I will not back down.
That is a whole other podcast.
Then we have presumably a Boston fan. Sixers are terrible.
Here we go.
Sixers are terrible.
Let's go.
My guy should join. Where's Boston Superfan? He wanted the link.
Yeah. He's the guy who got Jess all riled up that one night.
Yep.
Yeah. You talk to him every day. Get him on the.
I sent him the link. He should be coming up here.
This comment is for you, Rob. Do you guys think Jalen Hurts' fantastic football game could translate to the NBA? Do you think it could be a star? I know you want to talk about Jalen Hurts.
Listen, ask the Philadelphia Eagles fans, because apparently the guy's a first ballot Hall of Famer already.
Hey, we weren't talking about the Eagles today. This is a happy
32-second hit passing yard. Just put it out.
This is a happy podcast, Rob. Come on.
The people's never happy.
Because the Mamba mentality.
Yeah. Mamba mentality. Jesus Christ.
He gets up at 4:30 a.m. Trains with Jimmy Butler. 100%. Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to go through this.
Wait. Did you guys know Jimmy Butler works hard? I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
Apparently not hard enough for Giannis to go.
Did you know Tyler Hero is untradeable?
I'm just at this point, like,
I use my executive powers to remove Dennis. You're all welcome. That guy sucked. Anyway.
wait. Should we like make a? I mean, we're doing best comments. Should we do a worst comment type of poll? What do you think?
Yeah. How about worst comment gets blocked? How's that? Is that a good one?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Leprechaun Lynham is back. I hope you guys are watching NBC Sports Philly. The pregame. That guy's beard is just terrific.
He looks like a mix of a leprechaun and Bilbo Baggins right now.
He looks Amish.
Real quick, guys.
He looks Amish.
If anybody who's watching,
Probably watching
right now,
for my eyes.
if you go follow the Painted Lions on Twitter, you can see some exclusive content from Jason Blevins, our guy on the ground in the Sixers Stadium right now. He's got a bunch of videos posted up about shoot around and the Sixers going onto the court. So go follow the Painted Lions, and you'll see that on Twitter.
I like this. Nothing but Sixers says Reese the Beast. Reese the Beast. I'm a big fan of that. Big fan. Oh man. So worst comment equals bring back Horford.
Oh God. No.
Al Horford would be the Eagles' best pass rusher.
That's fantastic. All right, I'm gonna add that.
It has been. It might happen. I don't even know anymore.
All right. So we are really getting pretty close to tip off here.
Yeah, I gotta get cracking on this game story.
Yes, sir. All right. So this is the Painted Lines YouTube channel. Please like, please subscribe. During this entire watch party, we're not going to be showing the game, but during breaks, we'll be doing Sixers trivia, having some fun. Guys, comment. The winner gets all of my Trust the Process Sixers basketball cards. And it's going to be a fun time. I think this is going to be really fun. This is our first Sixers watch party ever. Judging by the amount of views right now, it's pretty insane. So I just can't thank you enough. We're so humble. Thank you so much, and please subscribe if you don't mind. Plugs. Let's run plugs.
Real quick.
Right.
You know, we say this live stream is for the game, but we get to watch Austin Carell at work writing a game recap. I think that's really what this live stream is for.
What's the price of admission? Just that alone.
Listen, someday when you're working the beat, in some respects, you will have to do this as well.
Oh, I know.
Just be happy that you didn't have to do it last year, man.
And I don't want to raise my roof a little bit, but I was verified on muckrack.com today. I am officially a verified journalist according to muckrack.com. I have no idea what that means. I will take it though because I got a check mark out of something finally. So we'll chalk that up as a W.
Good job, Muckrack.
Austin doesn't deserve it.
Justin, I will absolutely call the police on you.
I hope they didn't read your draft content, Austin. Your draft takes.
My draft takes have all panned out up to this point. What are you talking about?
My man is doing big things.
Because no games have been played.
Sixers will be up by
exactly right. It's exactly why it's
Muckrack.
It's actually a website. It's like journalists LinkedIn is what it is.
Do you have enough muck for an entire rack? Like I don't understand how.
Do you not know what a muck rack is?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
It's like an old 1920s phrase for like journalists.
Oh, you would know that. You're an old soul. You would know that.
Wait. Landy should know this. Landy's a teacher.
Muckrakers. Absolutely, I know the muckrakers.
There we go.
Because the journalists back then were known to pull up all the muck, all the nonsense that was out there. They would rake it up and they would give it to the people. That's what the journalist job was.
It sounds like me, yeah.
We got to see if we can see Jason in the back of McGinnis and Allah's screens because apparently Jason is right below them.
Are you serious?
Apparently, that's what Jason said when he was on. So he might be right below them.
That's terrific.
We should tell him. We should text him. Tell him to stand up and wave his arms.
All right. Let's go. Let's go. Plugs real quick. Rob, what do you want to plug?
I'll plug The Madness with Jessica Town. Will be on Thursday night. At some point this week, we'll drop another episode 2. of Voice of the People. I already can tell you that anybody who is an Eagles fan who just has a vendetta against number 11, you're not going to like me this week because I'm coming at your asses. I'm just coming at you.
I blocked him. I blocked that mother.
I'm just telling you, I'm coming hard at people this week, just to let you know, so you can be ready for that. And then obviously, we'll be doing. I guess we'll live stream the Cardinals game. Hopefully, I can get on. That's going to be like 4 weeks in a row. That would be really impressive if I pull this one off. So we'll see if I'm there.
Love it. Austin, anything you want to plug real quick before the game starts?
I am trying to type, write, and watch at the same time. This I already messed it up. I can't. Goodbye.
Joey, anything you want to plug?
Just follow me on Twitter or not at JoeyD_6, and I'm always on here trying to hop on as many pods as I can. So yeah, give me a follow, and I'm always on here because I have no life.
Joey, that's not how you advertise yourself. Don't you remember what Austin said? You got to scream at them. Don't say if you want. You got to.
No, this is a family show, and I'm sticking to the family show code. Even though I'm drinking a beer, it's still a family show.
Yeah, I like that quarter zip Doc's got on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what a sexy man right there.
Oh wow!
Anything you want to plug for?
Quarter zip. I'm a quarter zip guy.
Listen, just go.
He's a
follow
dad,
me
of course.
if you want. It'll show our Twitters right under our screen. So go follow me on Twitter. Go follow the Painted Lions on Twitter, and I'll be on there.
Thiago.
Yeah, I wrote a bunch of words about the Milwaukee Bucks, and then Giannis signed his long-term extension. So I have to scrap my article in half and redo it again. So look out for that.
Game on, guys. Game on.
Game on. We have starters. We already announced it. We already had Jason at the stadium when this began around 6:30. Seth Curry, Danny Green, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Tobias Harris. We are getting ready to start. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment. Let's go, baby. Go Sixers.
All right, there we go.
And we're up.
Don't forget to plug OnlyFans. Not today.
Right. We are quiet. We are ecstatic right now.
All right, there it is.
We got
Two steals right off the bat.
two steals and a Curry J. There we go.
Seth Curry got the first bucket. There you go.
I called it. I called it.
By the way, did you know Jason Tatum, aside from being 19 years old, is also 6'10" now?
I did see that.
Does that include the hair? Because it's another 2 inches.
Well, I can tell you it definitely doesn't include the shoes anymore.
Yeah, Seth's got a sweet stroke, man. Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, this moment of watching Seth Curry as a Sixer is so exciting for me because I have been screaming for this for a couple of years.
Unbelievable.
I'm excited to see how he is as a ball handler. That's what I'm watching tonight.
And you can already see the impact Ben is having on Tatum. They're not the same type of easy buckets that Tatum was getting in the playoffs. So you see a little bit of that already take place.
Boston, the one thing we're not talking about enough is the fact that Kemba is going to be out for an extended period of time. And who knows if he's going to be the same with that knee injury when he comes back.
Brown's hitting today already. He's starting off early.
How long before a Sixers fan goes on Twitter to complain about something the Sixers are doing, how they're still the same team that they've always been?
I think they're already tweeting that right now.
They're tweeting it.
Big Shane Gillis says our bench has some real depth. It's going to be fun. I've always been a fan that loves to watch second half, but especially this game. They've got some really interesting pieces on that Sixers bench. The rotations are really going to be fun.
Something that's interesting that I'm noticing too is we have Danny Green covering JT.
Yeah, I think they want to take as many looks as they can at the different guys.
Yeah.
And you can tell Tatum just blew right by him, though.
Yeah, it didn't look great.
It didn't look great. It did not look great.
No.
He's still a good defender, though.
Yeah.
Well, he's a little flat-footed there.
Right.
I've got the
Bad
Celtics
pass.
8, the Sixers 2. Is that what you
You
guys
got to take that in the hole.
Yeah.
Wait. Was Tatum even 6'8"? We don't know.
No, he's 6'10".
Oh, baby.
There we go.
Oh man, Simmons. Ooh.
I've now watched 2 backdoor cuts on the baseline from Jason Tatum that I'm not liking.
No, right?
They should probably figure out.
No, right. Yeah, Denny Green on Tatum is not it.
Oh.
Joel running the court.
There you go. Joel just looks lighter, man. Do you guys see the same thing from
Yeah,
him?
I do too. He looks springy.
Yeah,
Chris, are you just seeing Joel run the court?
Yeah, I
That
just
man
saw
has a child
Oh
now.
man, I
That
just saw
man has a
replay of
child
that.
now.
Don't hate. Don't hate. It's not my fault, guys. Out of my control.
I mean, if we're going to continue this, you might have to move out of the Amish country.
I just moved into the Amish
I
country.
know you did. You might have to move again. I'm sorry.
There's
No.
a dribble handoff.
Moving is the worst.
Curry.
That
That's what we like to
stroke
see.
is going to be so much fun to watch all year. I'm telling you, Seth Curry could end up being a guy with everyone around him that, can average 15 points a game here.
Yeah.
Oh, easy.
Easy.
He's Reddick, but can actually play make.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly what he is. He's got that. He can come off the dribble, and he could shoot off the dribble like I just.
He did that on the Sixers last year. Did anybody do that on the Sixers? Run off a screen and shoot like that?
No.
Jay Rich tried to.
Yeah, that was not good.
And I think what happens with Seth Curry sometimes is not huge NBA fans just look at him as the other brother, and they don't realize that his game is tremendous. Like he's just got a he's not Steph Curry, but he is damn good in his own right. And I think the people in this city are going to find that out pretty quickly.
He was a late bloomer in the NBA, though.
Yeah.
He didn't start really getting serious minutes until like 4 years ago.
It's true.
So, and he's 30, and so he's been in it for a little while.
And he's in a perfect situation because, like, let's face it, he's not a great defensive player, right? But you have like 3 or 4 guys around him that can defend. So you can still play him late in games and not be complete zero. So.
Brian Baker says, I need play-by-play. Danny Green's gotten beat a couple times on defense. Seth Curry getting off screens, getting buckets and some pull-up J's. So far, Seth Curry looks great. Ben and Joel is running the court pretty well so far.
Yeah, Danny Green looked a step slow, but again,
that
2 minutes
was
in.
coming.
No.
Big Shane says Danny Green might be a good defender, but compares athleticism with that of other Eastern Conference guards, Holiday, Butler, all that kind of stuff. Do we expect Danny Green to be able to kind of lock down some of these other guys in the playoffs, Tiago?
Do I expect Danny Green to do that? I think the Sixers have other guys that can do that. Holy crap. I just saw some guy go flying. I think Danny has definitely lost a step. It's pretty clear.
All right.
And also, like Sixers fans, don't forget that this is a brand new offense for a lot of guys that are on the floor right now, a brand new defense, like a brand new team, even for the guys that have been here for the past 3-4 years. So just make sure we got to give time for the offense to gel. And even the players and coaches were saying that coming into this game throughout the week, saying that their defense was feeling good, but their offense is definitely going to need some work. So just this is expected. You're going to see some turnovers today. You're going to see some bad play. It's bound to happen. So
you're going to see that, I think, through the first, X amount of games of the regular season. I mean, you got to think, and I think you're going to see it NBA wide outside of teams that really didn't change too much over the offseason. You're talking about a season that just ended a couple of short months ago, right? And a very, very short training camp with very few opportunities to play. So you got to expect that the NBA as a whole is going to have, for lack of a better term, a bad product to start the year. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to see that there's talent on this roster. Yeah. And they're going to be okay.
And Boston is like the worst team to start a playoff season or post preseason with, because they're like super cohesive. That team has played together for a very. You can tell, like they know each other, where each other are going to be on the court.
Exactly.
So,
All right, Dunder Dude. Quick response. I want to do a quick Sixers trivia question. Which Philadelphia sports team do you have winning it all next? I've got the Flyers. What about you, Rob?
Yeah, I think by default you have to pick the Flyers right now.
Joey.
Yeah, Flyers. Even though I don't watch them that much, but based on everything that I hear, I have to go with Flyers.
Justin.
Eagles, man.
what?
Chicago.
I'm going to go with the Sixers. I don't think they're that far off. I think they're probably a season away.
You know what? I'll now change my vote because anything Tiago says, I just believe. So I'm going
You should not do that.
Wait. Y'all
not do that.
Y'all don't think the Eagles? Y'all don't think the Eagles win another Super Bowl in like next year?
No.
Sorry, bro.
Why not?
Tiago, Celtics superfan is going to be in your DMs right now after you said that.
The only way that has a remote, like 5% chance of happening is if they clean house of coaches and front office staff and stop playing games. And I don't think they're going to do it.
All right. Including playoffs, how many times did Allen Iverson score 50 plus or more points for the Philadelphia 76ers?
Oh. Are we just supposed to shoot a number? Is there a range here, Chris?
No. Whoever gets it, shoot a number.
I'm going to go
and if you're watching, comment in the comment section. Do you guys know how many times? 50 or more points for Allen Iverson, including the playoffs.
4.
I was going to say like 4. I'll go 3, actually.
I'm going to say 7.
I was going to go 10. 10.
The answer is 13. 13 times.
My first number in my head, and I said, no, it's too many.
Tiago wins. 1-0 for Tiago.
What do I get, Chris?
You get a high five, buddy. High five. You get.
Thanks, man. Well, who do you guys think is going to be the first guy off the bench? Because that should tell us a lot.
Shake? You would have to assume.
Yeah, the way he's talked about Shake, I kind of be. Although it could be Shake and Dwight. You know, you might get that. You might get a 2-guy substitution first.
Yep.
Here's a post up to Embiid.
Yeah, again, like I wish Embiid took that head on, put the ball in the corner, and just attacked him. Like the fadeaway stuff, man.
It's almost like that finesse part of his game is such a gift, but it can be worse at times because you do just want to see him back him all the way to the rim and just kind of dunk on somebody's head.
Right.
2%
of 0.
Shut the hell up. He's better than I am, so I'll shut up.
But yeah, you see Anthony Davis do that all the time, and I wish Embiid put more of that into his game. We got the Marcus Smart
Good defense there by Danny.
See, Danny Green will be a good defender as long as you have him in the proper matchup. I think that's going to be important. You know, as Tiago
said, on the post up,
he's not the same Danny Green as 4 or 5 years ago. So
yeah.
I love how Joel pulls that shot when he's got 2+ 3-point shooters next to him.
Yeah, by the way, the whole excuse that it was Brett who had him standing out by the 3-point line is gone this year. So it'll be interesting to see how he does that. It will be. Was that all Brett, or was that a little bit of Joe?
That's what you got to be doing right there.
So here, right? Yeah. So this is the thing with Tobias that pisses me off. Like that pass should have been way earlier to Ben.
I know.
Yeah, this idea that Tobias is a better pick and hold ball handler.
Get it ahead. Good pass.
And the
I'm
foul.
liking the ball movement though. It looked like we're getting the ball around.
Yep. Oh, there it is.
I feel like Ben is one of very few guys, I should say, who could slap the ball and it looks super weak from the middle of the lane,
right,
and get outside the 3-point line, and no one else can get to the ball.
Oh, the good defense by Danny Green.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is Ben looking like he's beefed up a little bit?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
He's gotten more beefier every single season.
Let's go.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
I think Ben understands.
Hey, Chris, you're a little late.
I'm a little late. I know. Just deal with it. Joseph says, who was the head coach of the Sixers in 2003? Randy Ayers.
Oh, God, he was horrific.
Was that guy the worst or what? Oh, my God.
Eddie
Jordan was the worst, yeah.
Eddie Jordan. Oh, my God.
That was a rough year. Ooh.
Eddie Jordan was what I'm telling you. I didn't hate too many people like I hated Eddie Jordan. And that's a lot for me to say because I hate a lot of people in this town.
More than Chip Kelly. More than
that same like
You know, he was such a bad coach when Doug Collins took that team to the playoffs the next season.
Doug Collins was a guy I loved, and then he told me that I have to pray for Andrew Bynum.
Yo, look at these.
There we go,
The amount
Danny.
of steals we have is ridiculous.
There you go.
By the way, since we've said that Danny lost a step, he has 3 steals.
So this is a great like they already changed their pick and roll defense. I don't know if you guys saw that. They didn't drop Embiid all the way down, and
that's something they were talking about.
It's causing a lot of disruption
in the game.
Right. And that caused a turnover, which is what you want to see. You know, not this passive defense.
I really hope Dylan's watching because if I think I saw what I saw at the scorers table, is that a Furkan? Is Furkan coming in the game? Or am I missing?
that's definitely Furkan. Yep. Cork Monster.
Yep, that's Furkan. And I think Shake
and Shake Milner looks like.
Furkan's the first.
Hit it.
And bang.
My God, do you understand when I used to see that in the powder blue uniform of the Tar Heels, how glorious that was? He was on one of the most dominant college basketball teams.
We got Dwight Howard and Furky coming in next.
Those UNC teams back then were so good.
That team with he was with Hansborough and Lawson that just steamrolled through the tournament. I mean, they were
Hansborough was a baller, but I hated him.
What a sequence by Danny Green. My
Yeah. Danny Green
Hansborough was the guy that if he was on your team, you loved him. If he wasn't, you hated him.
What a pass.
Yo,
yes.
I'm loving
there's
the
actually like schematics to this team.
The high pick and roll is looking amazing.
I am loving this little run they got here.
Yeah, and Joel's setting good screens. Like
And they're playing great defense.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
Taco.
Yeah.
And look, you know, it's
he's so tall.
it's one of those things where you see the whole team just kind of there's an extra gear when they start getting hot like
They're
that.
getting easy buckets.
Yeah, and they're forcing tough buckets in Boston. Like that play.
Let me say this too. Something everyone should notice is when Ben does not have the ball, he's not standing in the dunker spot. He's standing at the corner. So I think everyone should notice that we're playing a 5 out, and when someone's posting up, he's not standing in there clogging it up. He's standing out on the corner. So be aware of that.
Did they just call a technical foul on Boston already? Man.
By the way, I got
Furkan in the game now.
I got to interview Taco Fall when it was a game when Chris Kumaji.
Oh, we got Dwight in here too.
That was the most. What we do? What?
Oh, Dwight, throw his shit.
Taco Fall is the biggest human
So
being.
this is interesting. The Simmons Howard minutes.
Shaky. So they did a 3-man sub this first time.
Did you think Dwight Howard brought his
Pull that? Oh my God!
There he is.
Hey. Yo, the fact that we have a guy like Dwight Howard down there that can be the backup center grabbing those boards now, that just adds such a big factor to this team.
He is the best backup Joel has ever had.
Undoubtedly.
It's so under talked about that you have a guy now that when Joel leaves the court, you're not fearing for your defensive life.
Oh,
right?
And we talked about that the other day in our Seth Curry pod.
Yeah. If you think about, Amir Johnson, if you think about Kyle O'Quinn, if you think about Boban, you were scared to death to go to your bench because you were like, who the hell are you going to stop at the rim? Now is Dwight Howard the same guy he was 10 years ago, whatever it was? No. But he is a defensive presence that you have severely lacked when Joel Embiid has left the floor.
The biggest thing is when you saw the Sixers really kind of double down on Al Horford and trying to be that like tremendous rebounding team. Their offensive rebounding percentage, their offensive rebounding numbers weren't as good as I think they expected it to be. The Sixers should be living at the free throw line all game long, period. So hopefully you look at Dwight Howard's offensive rebounding numbers, his percentages are terrific. One of the best in the league. That's what I want to see the Sixers get back at. Live at the offensive rebounding. and live at the free throw line. That's what I'm hoping we will see, because that's the bread and butter of Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. When they're clicking, you can't stop them. They're at the free throw line all game.
Yeah.
I love how this team is looking. I know it's preseason. I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but I love how they look. It just they just look so much. There's so much just better to watch than last season already.
And something that we talked about in the Dwight Howard reaction video that's up on the Painted Lines YouTube channel, which you should subscribe to, is the fact that when we signed Dwight Howard, a big thing we talked about is that we signed him to a minimum deal. And that was a big difference between if we were going to end up signing Nerlens Noel like it was rumored, because Nerlens was definitely be more than that, maybe even the mid-level exception. So the fact that we have all of that rebounding and defense on that minimum deal at that backup spot for Joel is key to that situation. And the key thing with trading away Al Horford is all that money that he had is instead of being contributed to one person, being contributed to like four. So that makes your bench deeper, and it gives you a lot better chance on winning, especially with the players that we have surrounding it in their roles.
Matt McGinty with an amazing comment. I don't know, like, should we give TPL people a chance to win the basketball cards or not? No, we're getting a no. Sorry, Matt. But 9 minutes into the preseason, and I've gathered we're winning the NBA title.
If we are going by Philly logic, then yes, that is absolutely true.
I have avoided
forming identity. All right, let's do a trivia question real quick. How many field goal attempts per game did AI average in the 2001 playoffs?
Oh, God, he had to shoot upward
40, 45.
He had in the 30s.
Attempts. How many field goal attempts?
He had to shoot in the 30s.
I want to go 25. 25.
I'm going with 40.
40?
I'll go 31.
Wow, you and Big Shane Gillis are on the same page. Joey?
Game's starting again, by the way.
I'm gonna ride the wave and go 31 too.
Jake Paul gets the win. It is 30.
No, Jake
30.
Paul does not get the win because he's brought up a certain quarterback too many times tonight.
and mind you, that's 30 on an era where it wasn't as fast. So that was like probably half of the team's shots.
Yeah. I can tell you that I appreciate, Doc's trying to give Mike Scott a chance, and it's the preseason, so okay. I don't want to see Mike Scott that often on the floor this year, and maybe it's a little bit of
Oh man, that baby hook! Ben's baby hook is so sweet.
Yeah, maybe.
Look at that! You saw that Dwight Howard defense on the other end. Sorry, Rob. You can go ahead.
No, you're good. I just the Mike Scott, like, I understand, but after last year, I'm like, okay, I'm all right.
Yeah. What I was going to say is that what you saw possession prior was the difference between Dwight Howard and Al Horford last year. Dwight Howard gets up when he's defending the glass, and that's going to make a big difference when Joel's off the court when it comes to shots.
Baby,
that if I tell you what, if Ben can master that, forget it.
Yeah, that's a step right there.
It becomes even more unstoppable as a player if he can master that.
Wow. Tatum did not want to take him.
Oh, Dwight Howard.
Do you see Jason Tatum pull up instead of?
Yeah, I saw that.
He's in the game now.
Tatum has that to his game, and he still has not cleaned up. Like, he just settles way too much.
Look at Fergie.
Look at Ferk.
Okay, Ferk.
Where's Dylan at? Dylan Fergie, baby.
I love how Dylan has just become the channel hater now. Everyone just
remember, if you have the best comment tonight, you win the Furkan Korkmaz Trust the Process card, along with TJ, Rocco, and Markel Fultz.
I think we should frame the Furkan card, and we need to find out Dylan's birthday and give it to him for his birthday.
I mean, they're in plastic. They're nice.
We just made the Sixers bench
For a second violation. That was so many great rotations there. Keep forgetting that Jeff Teague is a Celtic.
Wait, I'm trying to think of who. All right, so on the floor right now, Matisse.
Oh my God, Shake.
So Tease is in the game. That's who came in for Ben.
You
got
really
5 out there now.
I'll tell you what, Tease is even more recognizable now with that change in haircut.
You can really see Dwight Howard communicating on defense. He's yelling at guys. Like, that's huge. Like,
you know what's funny? 5 years ago, none of us would have wanted Dwight Howard on this team.
Right. Yeah. It's like, what do we –
because of his mentality, his attitude.
Right.
But you talk about a guy who has done a 180, and I guess obviously being on
Shake. You got that.
Will do that. He is going to pay dividends for Joel this year. I mean, I really believe because look, my major issues with Joel for the most part have always been maturity. It's always been that part of his game that needs to grow. And yeah, he has to do it himself. But having a guy like Dwight who has seen both sides, I think is going to pay huge dividends for that.
The greatest thing Dwight ever did was buy into his role last year. And I think he elongated his career by a couple more years.
That's a great point.
You got to be impressed with the Sixers defense right now. You have to be impressed.
They're rotating well. I mean, they talked about it. I mean, Doc was talking about it, and I think Seth Curry did too, that their defense is already pretty on point with one another.
Yeah. Well, and let's just, let's bring it up.
The Shake
that was nice.
Combo.
This is a second team in there, right? I mean, think about the last couple of years when the Sixers would go to like a full second team bench. We would all be like, Jesus Christ, we have to watch this crap. It doesn't feel that way. And, like I said, it's early, but it's just
wow.
To end the quarter, Shake Milton just the Celtics just fouled on a screen, and we have scored almost 30 points, and I think we're holding them to 19.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Brad Stevens, I think, is looking for Brad Stevens is looking for Brett Brown to own down the other end of the court right now. He's like, shit.
You see Shake, he looks calm, man.
He's
not pressing. He looks calm
you can really see how Shake fits into Doc's system, like as a pick and roll ball handler. Like you said, like he's calm. He can see the court really well. He has that high pass to Dwight. Like you gotta love that. Absolutely.
I'm telling you, and I tweeted this out earlier. I tweeted this out like weeks ago when we got Dwight and Shake was and Doc was talking about having Shake run that 6-man role. I really do think that they had that combo has a chance to be that just like Montrez and oh my goodness, Sweet Lou. I really do. I think there's a chance.
Matt McGinty says make a statue of Dwight tomorrow. Some loser named Mrs. Crockpot asks, will you be showing the game? That's a running joke. That is a running joke. What's your main takeaway of the first quarter? I like what I saw from Danny Green. I'm not going to lie. You have a piece that can get 4 steals, just in that kind of complimentary role. That's major for the Sixers. What about you guys? What was your Rob? Lead us off. Main takeaway. First quarter.
Main takeaway is the energy this team defended with in the first quarter. They were and that the energy did not fall off when they went to the bench, right? The energy was Dwight Howard, I felt like almost brought more energy to the defensive end. And that is a total transformation from what we've seen the last couple of years under Brett. And that's because of Brett, but it's also because of the personnel as well. Look, the offense was what I thought you saw. Seth Curry get a couple shots off. Danny Green hit a 3. But for me, it's about the defensive end this year. Doc has preached that. And look, if they're good in the defensive end, I'm not worried about them scoring. They're going to score.
I got a takeaway for Boston, and I think they may miss Kemba Walker more than they actually think. They have no shot creation right now. I'm looking at it right here. Points in the paint, 8 points. The Sixers have 16. Oof.
They are without Tristan Thompson tonight, and who else are they without? There's one other.
Sixers 10 assists on 13 makes. Boston has 3 assists on 7 makes. So
what's up, boss?
Yeah.
Love it, man. I had to come defend my honor.
Your boy Furkan looks nice. Your boy Furkan's looking nice.
The Furkan fan club.
There it is.
Dylan, do you have any takeaway from this first quarter?
No, just like you guys are saying, the second unit is the biggest thing to me.
Yep.
The pick and roll game is Justin mentioned earlier. I like the pick and roll game with Seth and Joel early. But yeah, the second unit is the biggest thing for me. I talked a lot after the Dwight Howard pickup that like I always go back to that Toronto series when we were like our plus minus with Joel off the floor was like historically bad, and how having a defensive rim protector and defensive presence with Dwight Howard is huge.
Awesome. What about you,
man? I like it. I'm staying sober tonight. I have to temper my emotions for the first.
Here we go. They're starting back up.
Who are you? I don't even know who this guy is. I have to stay sober tonight.
All right, game's back on.
Same lineup still out there.
And Shake with the pull up.
Does anyone else have somewhat hesitation on Shake running the offense?
No, not at all.
No, not really.
He's a guy that dominated in the pick and roll his whole career, from SMU to Delaware to here. Like, he's going to thrive in Doc Rivers' system.
And running it with a guy like Dwight in the second unit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't mind him in the half court running it. Shake worries me when he gets ball pressure coming up.
Yeah.
The floor.
I agree, but one thing that I think is going to make a huge difference this year with him at that pick and roll is the fact that last year we didn't have as much spacing on the court,
mm-hmm.
and I think that's going to provide a little bit more breathing room for him to get more comfortable throughout the season.
No, I agree. I guess my point of that was more so, full court pressure. I don't think Shea could be the guy bringing the ball off the floor. That's where he super concerns me. Everywhere else about him, I'm okay. Oh God, please get Mike Scott out of the game.
The whole point with Shake is to get him ready for the half court offense when the playoffs start. We need him to be ready and prime, because that guy is going to be worth having on the court, especially considering. I mean, he showed that he deserved to be on the court during the bubble, during the playoffs last year.
God, Peyton Pritchard looks like such a Danny Ainge guy.
Rob, I really hope you're right that it's just the first preseason game and Doc's just giving him a run.
Peyton Pritchard just stole Mike Scott's heart, man.
That's what I mean. I just can't.
It's unbelievable.
Look, what Mike Scott did in 2017 was a lot of fun.
Look at Shake go, man.
That was nice.
Wow. Yeah, it was.
I think there's a little devotion there between Doc and Mike Scott.
Yeah.
They play together in LA, so it's his guy. But I think we're gonna see very early that Mike Scott's not it, man.
Yeah,
just not it.
We shouldn't. No one should be shocked by that.
No.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Being that Mike Scott is supposed to be that back. Hopefully, is be that backup for if he's playing well. Who else do you think they put back?
Oh my God,
Turkey!
There is no one in the NBA who steps on the sideline more than Furkan freaking Korkmaz.
But look how big his foot is. His feet are size 14, man.
Blame it on the feet.
I've just never seen it happen that often.
Yeah. Have you ever sat on the baseline? There's little room to work with there.
No, I get it. But that was on a drive. That wasn't even he was driving to the basket. It's just God.
Do they have bigger courts in Europe or something? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a good question. Somebody Google court dimensions in Europe right now.
They have to have a wider from the 3-point line to the sideline.
Yeah.
Somebody please look that up.
It's not like his feet grew to this size overnight. He's been playing with this size feet his whole life. Oh my!
I mean, I will say somebody apparently did grow overnight, and that's Jason Tatum.
Yeah, but he hasn't aged.
No.
19 and 6'10", man.
Brian says TPO about to reach 3,000 subs. Thank you.
Look at
Fergie. Fergie heard you, Rob.
No, because my thing is, when he's in the middle of the lane, he's fine. He can't step out of bounds. He'll make a good play, maybe. So that's fine. That's a great.
I mean, he's also 6'7", going up against Jeff Teague. So
I'm adding this comment. I'm adding this comment to the pool. Needs to get rid of those yellow shoes. Too easy to spot. You've just been added to the pool. You say what you want, eh?
And of course, Mike Scott with an offensive rebound.
Jake from deep.
That was a deep shot from Shake right there.
Is it me or Ferg just looks more assertive on the ball? And also,
he looked very confident with the ball.
yeah.
There.
Well, he's always had perhaps a little bit of overconfidence, but he looks more assertive. It seems like he has more of a plan when he's driving. I don't know.
That's a little stronger.
I want to see his floaters. His floaters are low key pretty nice.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks a little stronger to me. He looks like he looked up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Oh, whoa, that's a foul. Come on. There you go.
Tisa, you can't just I would have see like that's a play where I like to see Matisse go up with it.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was throwing up to Howard right there.
Oh yeah, he might have fouled him there.
Yeah. He was throwing it up to Howard, but I'd rather he got the beat on his guy. He's to the basket. Just go up and put that up.
Gosh, I love what I'm seeing from Shake, man.
I tell you what, the Shake White pick and rolls could be very nice on that second team.
That's my main takeaway from the second quarter right now.
My
first year covering the beat with the Bluecoats, I saw Shake and Norvell just crush the pick and roll. They were terrific at it. And that's what I think you're going to see Norvell Pell essentially, or Dwight Howard be that like Norvell Pell on steroids and a big freaking snake.
Robert Williams is so good.
Yeah.
Bro.
Dwight sets the best screen.
Where's the scoreboard?
When Dwight sets a screen, the other guy just dies.
Oh my God, Dwight cutting to that basket.
Dwight.
Damn. With authority.
Oh, you almost got that.
So basically what we're saying is Jason Tatum's 6'10", but a 6'6" Shake Milton can lock him up right there.
Dwight just broke.
Dwight Howard just bring the ball up the floor.
Jeez, come on, man.
Oh my God.
Tease is kind of looking all over the place today.
Yeah, he's
Little, he does not look assertive right now.
I mean, he's usually not the one to be handled.
Yeah, I don't know if you would expect that. But that was his issue in the playoffs last year.
Hey, about that, the entire second unit played and the lead didn't change that much.
Yeah. Someone had texted me, and it's a great point. The Sixers might have put together one of the best coaching staffs from top to bottom in the league. I mean, they just have a guy for every aspect of the game on this staff. And you look like when you look at this coaching staff on the bench, right, it's a little bit different than what it's looked like the last couple of years.
No, within a matter of like 2-3 weeks, they went from one of the worst run organizations to having one of the most elite front office, tandems and front office head coach tandems in the league.
Pell on steroids, no, but literally. Richie Anthony says Shake is really bad on D. That's definitely an area he needs to improve on. No question.
Marcus Smart taking charges, of course.
You guys like the half zips the coaching staff's wearing?
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I kind of like the energy of this game. I thought like this would be more of a pickup game. I like that. I like what I'm seeing so far. It's a little bit better basketball than I expected. How many turnovers do the Sixers have?
The Sixers have not many, probably, right? Maybe 4 or 5.
Like typically watching the Sixers last year, you used to like 20 turnovers of a half.
Not only that, they've only shot about 6 threes. By now, they normally would have shot about 20 under Brett's offense. With guys that couldn't shoot, by the way. Guys that couldn't shoot.
Man.
Jake Paul's panicking over the lead.
Dude, it's the preseason game. Dude, it's not what you're looking for, bro.
Guys, Jake is not a rational thinker. We already know that. Love the guy for Jim listening, but he came out here with his agenda against me. He's not rational. He's not
Rob,
rational.
it's my burner. Rob, it's just my burner.
Rob Smith, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching, man. He says Dwight looks better than Horford for 1/10 the price. Damn. I mean, probably not wrong there. Probably not wrong.
Doc said, "Screw the mask." He's wearing
record prediction for the Sixers, and
so it's a 72 game season, right? Oh God!
I'm gonna go with.
Go ahead, Joe.
Real quick, let's look at the lineup that's on the
That's
floor.
what we want to see, not the fade away.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's look at the lineup you have on the floor right now. You have Joel Embiid at the 5, Tobias at the 4, the 3 Korkmaz, 2 Seth Curry, and Shake at the 1. That is one of the that's what you want out there when he's out in the post. So many good 3-point shooters to pass out to.
Yeah, you're Joel Embiid. Just body him up.
Yeah, Robert Williams is not a match for you, man. Come on.
No. If I had to go record, God, it's I don't know. Like, what's 72 games? It's so weird to figure out. Like, where do you want to be?
I'm gonna go 44 wins. So
I'm about to put this in the chat. Harden looks like he put on a little bit of weight.
Wow, is it really 1/10 the price? Is that what it was? Well said. Well said.
Jesus.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Oh, that rookie that we all laughed at that just took that really long three.
Who asked the question that said Joel Embiid 35 points or Ben Simmons more than 1-3? Embiid's on a pace right now, man. He's on pace. But he's not going to play in the second half. He's not going to play. Bryant, our faithful leader here at the paint line, says 53-19. Brian says 50-22.
There you go, Joe. Swing through.
Move, baby.
Yeah.
Missed that move. No, I think Ti. I'd say 45. Listen, we would love to see him get to 50 wins, but you're talking about 32 games or almost 30 games over 500 to get to 50 wins. I mean, that's a tall order. That's a really tall order in a tough East.
I'm in wait and see mode. I'm in wait and see mode. Let's see how they play on the road.
I feel like 47-48 is a good prediction to make.
We may have a season where like home court may not matter, right? Because of COVID. So, just get in and see what you got in the playoffs.
And we talked about this on other pods. Like if they can create a pick and roll system and finally get Embiid and Ben easier buckets, get Embiid and Ben in easier positions to score and succeed with better spacing, better defense. Who knows what could happen, but that's definitely reasons to be optimistic. Let's go trivia. We've got a commercial break. Who is the franchise's all-time leader in block shots in a single season?
Sean Bradley.
Anybody else?
Moses.
Question again.
Who is the all-time Sixers leader in block shots in a single season?
Is it Moses?
Anybody else?
I'm going to go with Moses too, actually.
Oh, wait a minute. You're saying all time.
All-time single season.
Single season. One season.
Could it be Wilt? I mean, Wilt was on the team. I feel
man. I don't even – that era of basketball is like –
How do you not guess Wilt, though?
Yeah, probably. If I just blocked that era out of my
mind. Bryant says Wilt. We got a lot of Wilts here. Big Shane says Barkley.
I'm going to go Sean Bradley.
More Wilts. Matumbo is a guess. The correct answer is Sean Bradley.
Wow.
274 blocks. Well done, Tiago.
I remember those days, unfortunately. They were a terrible, terrible team.
I met Sean Bradley.
Did you? While playing or after?
No, during training camp. They used to go to F&M College, in my hometown, Lancaster. And we would be able to, before, like, they played in, like, a very small college gym. And you just let you walk right in. And I saw all the greats. By greats, I mean the worst.
Yeah. I was like, greats.
Percy Hawkins, Sean Bradley, you name it, man.
Like, am I missing something here?
Those were the days. Oh,
Dana
Barros. You have the 5%.
Yeah. 5% of 1%. There we go.
Had to get a pretzel.
Nice.
Dana Barros was good, though. I wish he would have played in today's NBA.
What was he? He was 5'11", right?
Yeah, but he had he was good. That's massive.
He had a 50-point game, didn't he?
Yeah.
What I miss? What's the conversation right now?
Who led the Sixers all time in block shots in a single season?
Matumbo or Malone, I would assume, right?
It is Sean Bradley.
All right. I don't know who that is. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
That's when you know you're getting old.
Listen, I have told. I don't know who I've told exactly. I know Austin knows. I didn't start watching basketball until like 3 years ago.
I don't blame you because the Sixers were terrible back then.
Well, no, it's just I didn't grow up with it. I grew up wrestling and playing baseball. So
gotcha.
Fair. It's fair. Totally fair.
Yo, Joe.
Ooh.
Chris Dunn says he was so bad, invented the term posterizing. Sixers are at 58
I
wins.
would like to go back to the draft that the Sixers took Sean Bradley and think of who they did not draft that they should have.
Let me look it up.
Was it Anthony Hardaway? It was Anthony, right? Penny Hardaway.
Yeah, it was the Penny Hardaway draft.
Penny Hardaway draft. God, she's like I was
Justin,
younger.
you're getting called out here by Big Shane Gillis. You've never seen Space Jam.
No, I've seen Space Jam.
Well, Sean Bradley's in it.
He is.
I didn't know who it was, motherfucker.
Let me see.
Listen, I have been trying to catch up about my basketball knowledge for the past 2 years. All right?
That's great.
Yo, Dives, can I plug my show tomorrow real quick?
Go for it.
So for everyone watching, the Faithful Fanatics show is on the Painted Lines YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook tomorrow at 5. ESPN Get Up, Paul Hembakidis will be joining us tomorrow night. So tune in for that.
Yo, real quick, how about that defense from Shake Milton on Jaylen Brown right there?
Yeah. Jaylen Brown's got to stop shooting the ball, man.
Oh.
Holy shit. He's setting up a house of bricks tonight, man. Holy.
You know, Jaylen Brown's a kid that I really like, though. I like his game. I agree he doesn't shoot that much, but I do like
Yeah, Shake just looks stronger, looks a little.
Oh, man.
Oh. We have a pretty big lineup out there right now.
Jake Milton's probably my Greg Ward this year. Sorry, Rob. It's coming. I am like gushing right now.
As long as
I tweet this probably, I feel like almost every Celtics game that I ever watch. Marcus Smart becoming a legitimate three-point threat never ceases to amaze me.
If anybody has any questions, also, if you want to go follow the Painted Lines on Twitter, mention us on Twitter, and I can pull it up and we can talk about it. Okay?
Yep.
So I think, you know, Jason had said this before the game started. I think it's very telling that, you know, right now they look – it's weird. Tyrese Maxey hasn't played in the first half. It doesn't.
I know. We're still waiting for Tyrese Maxey's debut.
Doesn't look like he's going to play in the first half. Now, is that because they're not ready? You know, they don't think he's ready, or is this just what they thought for this game? Play the vets, let them get their minutes in the first half, and then let's see what the young guys can do in the second half. That's the question you got to ask.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, Rob. You got 2 games here before the season starts.
Yep.
Let's not mess around.
They're already calling for a review in a preseason game.
Danny Green just took one to the jaw.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Did anybody see James Harden's physique in the his preseason game?
That can't
Yeah,
be real.
I just put it in the Discord. You guys have to see it.
That can't be real, right?
It cannot be real.
It's not real.
Wait a minute, I haven't seen it. Is it where's that?
It's in the Discord. The NBA did.
Unless he gained that weight in the past, 2 days.
Hey, man, Magic City Wings will do that to you.
I mean, he's been partying nonstop for the last couple of months. So. It just looks wow.
That's not real. No way.
No, that's on Twitter, man. No one on the internet ever lies.
Yo, which
He looks like Uncle Phil.
which page in the Discord?
Yo, I
It's in
thought
the NBA one.
about to pull up
NBA.
mid-range right there, and then he passed it.
That is hilarious. That can't. No, way. He's not that big.
Nah, he's always been a little on the thicker side.
That's hilarious. Oh my god. All right, how do I share this?
Oh my Brown, just goddamn, that would have been bad.
I would like to. Hey, Dives, why am I not a member of the NBA Painted Lines page here, man?
Talk to Brian.
I mean, that's kind of messed up. The voice of the people.
I don't do that. I don't even know how.
Yeah, Chris does not know how to do the Discord stuff.
No, I'm terrible at Discord, but that can't be real. There's no way that's James Harden. That is photoshopped. He looks like Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince.
Yeah, that's not real.
Hey,
It's not real.
Yeah, you just lost a great opportunity to put Brian Jacobs on there. He retweeted it. You lost a great opportunity to put him on the page.
Oh man.
Oh, that's nice defense by Denny Green. Denny Green starts to settle in a little bit. I like what I'm saying.
Look at a nice little energy spark plug here for Denny Green.
Sixers are only 1 for 9 from 3, but it doesn't even feel like that matters right now.
No, it doesn't. They're playing really well.
Yeah, the attempt is something that look. I wish they took more threes.
Listen, they have 9 turnovers here, but it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't like it feels like 4 or 5.
We talked about the defense. Our man Brock just tweeted out a couple minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, halftime, at Philadelphia holding Tatum, Brown, and Smart to a combined 3 of 18 from the field, 1 for 8 from beyond the arc. They have more turnovers than shots made in the first half. That's the recipe to beating the Boston Celtics if you're the Sixers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you got to do.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Did you see
no.
that?
That was kind of nasty.
What did he just do? Did he like put it over his arm? Or
Was
under his arm?
that a sham god?
String, brother.
Was that a sham god?
Nah.
They looked like it for a second.
I think he just like dribbled it like under his hand and then grabbed it on the other side of him. If that makes sense. That was crazy. Whatever.
Yeah, that's what a sham god is.
Yeah. Ben does that a little bit, doesn't he? When on the open court.
I don't think that was. I don't know. I could have seen it wrong. That didn't look like that's what it was.
Yeah, did he lose the ball or what was that?
Nah, it was definitely purposeful. Like he dribbled it hard to going that way. But I can't.
He looked decisive in that. He made a quick response.
Yeah,
that's what we need from Joel. Absolutely. Let's get in a trivia question here. Who is the Sixers' all-time leader in 3-point field goal percentage?
Oh,
percentage.
Easy. Seth Curry.
No.
We're not there. No.
Percentage.
Who is the all-time Sixers leader in 3-point?
Kyle Korver.
I was going to say Kyle
percentage.
It's got to be Kyle Korver, right?
Anybody else? Eric Snow.
What? Furkan Korkmaz.
Andre. I mean, if we're guessing Eric Snow, are we guessing Andre?
All right, I'm adding Big Shane to the comments for that. That is hilarious. If you have the best comment of the night, you get the Trust the Process cards. Markel Fultz Sixers basketball card. Furkan Korkmaz frame basketball card. Rocco and my man Tej. Who led the Sixers in 3-point field goal percentage? Anybody else?
Who Matt McGinty's saying is one of my all-time hated Sixers.
All right, we've got Kyle Korver. We've got Eric Snow. Ish Smith. Big Shane's on a roll right now. Joseph says Allen Iverson.
Cannonball. Isaiah Cannon.
Hollis. And Chris Dunn says JJ. Did you guys guess? I'm not sure.
Furkan Korkmaz.
I got Korver out there as my guess.
The correct answer, no one got it, is Dana Barris.
Dana Barris.
Career 42.6% from 3-point range.
So basically, we have had shitty shooters in Philadelphia. Yeah.
What was Korver's percentage, out of curiosity, with the Sixers?
Good question.
I thought he had to be up there.
I find where it says like collectively.
Joel Embiid walking up to the free throw line looking like Steph Curry.
Isn't Mears just the first time he's ever worn a mouthpiece?
40.0%.
Yeah, I don't ever remember him with a mouthpiece.
Hey man, whatever gets him to get the free throw line, I'm down.
There's your boy Rob.
Mr. Line Stepper, baby.
I don't think it's talked about enough how good of a free throw shooter Joel Embiid is at his size.
Yeah.
The amount of touch he has on his ball is just ridiculous.
Which makes me hopeful that he can be even better 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
He was his rookie year. He led the team in 3-point percentage for a good portion of that first season.
Can we talk about the fact that in a preseason game, Joel Embiid got 18 in the first half?
A quiet, like not even like it was like an effortless 18, right?
Like
So
not even
about Danny Green.
He dropped his mouthpiece, I think.
He's not like bleeding or anything like that. He barely broke a sweat this half.
Oh, Tobias Harris. That was like 3 dribbles right there for him to pull up and take.
Yeah, but you know what? And what was that off of? That was off of a pick and roll. Yeah,
off a ball screen.
Kick it. Oh, Toby.
Oh my God, Tobias.
That's too much. That's too much, Toby.
Toby said, "My bad," walking back, so he knows. He knows.
Yeah, should have just dished it to Curry.
Yeah, we got 2 other guys on the floor with you there that you should be letting dribble the ball up, not you.
Offense looks great.
Jaylen Brown is holy man.
I mean, I'm telling you, like that's a nice shot by Tatum there. But this defense it can be scary good once they get rolling.
All right, guys. FYI, we're going to be getting into player grades during our halftime report. We're going to do quick grades and major takeaways coming up very soon. All right, guys.
And go out on Twitter when we're doing those. I'll put.
I love this. I love what I just saw. I don't necessarily love him being the guy shooting, but I love Ben on the post, 4 out, Ben in, letting Ben go to work a little bit. Yeah. I just wish that the pass out was not necessarily to Joel. You know, I would have rather that pass out been to one of the other guys. But
getting murdered by Jeff Teague.
Yeah.
Fitting.
I mean,
yeah,
Tobias,
that was the guy a lot of us screamed that we would have loved to have been on this team. See, Joel to me is shooting too many threes, though, still.
But Rob, going back to that play
right there.
Play you were talking about, like Ben had inside post position and Tobias does not.
Yeah.
Like Tobias has to make that pass. When Ben is inside like that, you got to throw that lob pass.
Yeah, so he threw it too late.
He had to repost, and that's how the ball ended up in Joel's hand. If Tobias makes that first pass, it's a dunk.
100%. 100%.
Real quick, I definitely think Joel did not have a mouthpiece before because the amount of I've seen it already of him just taking it out. I've never seen that before. It's a very random thing to bring up, but
that's the truth.
Danny's going out, Shake's coming in. So now what's their lineup looking like?
1 for 11 from the field.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown's got to go tonight.
Jaylen Brown hit his first 3 and hasn't hit a shot since. Yeah, you got pressure Ben, guys. No.
All right,
that'll work.
We're getting into we're leading up to halftime right now.
Yep. Go ahead, Justin. Plug.
What's up?
You want to plug the Twitter page?
Yeah, so go follow the Painted Lines on Twitter. I'm gonna put up some grades as we're grading them. So just give me a second, and I'll start putting some of them out there. But we're gonna start grading maybe a few, maybe not everybody.
Good defense by Tobias. And
give me 1 second.
Listen, it's funny. I do believe the defense is addictive. You know, there's certain guys that aren't great defenders, but if all the guys around them are playing, you know, locked in on the defensive end and energized, I think even your worst defender can play a little bit better on that end of the floor. So, you know, we might find ourselves saying a lot like, good defense by that guy. And I just think it's a matter of the energy from the entire team. It's a cohesive thing down there on the defensive end of the floor.
All right, halftime, boys. It is halftime. So thank you, everyone here, for watching. Thank you, everyone here, for liking, subscribing, and commenting. We're going to now talk about our top takeaways and do some quick player grades. So far, the Philadelphia 76ers have the lead 50-44 against the Boston Celtics. Really good basketball from the Sixers from the jump. This is the first game of the preseason. 11 turnovers. And looking back at last year, you're used to seeing maybe even double that in the first half. So just 11 turnovers, 26 points in the paint compared to the Celtics 14. I've been very impressed so far this first half. They look crisp. The offense looks set. And most importantly, the defense. The Sixers defense looks very, very improved. this is just one half. We're very small sample size, but you got to be impressed. Let's go to Tiago. Tiago, what's the top takeaway so far?
I think you touched on it, Chris. The defense for me stands out, and in particular, Danny Green. There's been some concerns about Danny Green, how healthy he is and how much of a step he has lost. And yeah, he looked a little bit slow to begin the game, but finished the half with 4 steals. Looked really strong defending Jason Tatum. Looked strong defending Jaylen Brown. So I was very happy to see Danny Green defend. I think that's one big takeaway for sure.
Rob.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to look at the defense and think this is how they're going to win games. I mean, when you talk about Tatum and Brown and Marcus Smart and these guys that have killed them in years past, killed them in the playoffs last year, to hold them down the way they did is I think what you want to see from this team. I think the offense is going to be there. I don't think that's a part of the game that they need to worry about. I think if they play defense at a top 5, level in the league, they're going to win a lot more basketball games than they lose. Mm-hmm. And that pipe dream of a couple years ago of being an Eastern Conference Finals team is going to start to look more and more realistic because that end of the floor is going to make or break them. And for one half of a preseason game, so far so good.
A quick nod to my man, Mark Zuckerberg down in the bottom center. That from the social network, that guy looks locked in, man. He's working the Twitter polls right now. Yeah. Dylan, what was it take for you in this first half?
On. Dude, what? Not dear, my dude. What are you talking about? What's wrong with Ben? My biggest takeaway, honestly, they didn't shoot the 3. Obviously, Danny Green was their only made 3 in the first half, but I really liked the ball movement I saw from the Sixers. The offense is going to come together, like you guys said, as they get time together. But the ball movement was nice. I think Joel cutting with Ben. He's doing a lot of stuff off of what Ben's doing. Rob pointed out the 3-man game they played with Ben in the post, the corner, and Joel out top. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the ball movement. Also, Danny Green in the first half did what literally he's here to do. 1 for 2 from 3. I know I'm not going nuts over 3 points, but 3 steals in the first, 5 minutes of the game. So playing defense and hitting a 3 is what Danny Green's here to do.
Joey.
Yeah, you all have touched on pretty much everything that I saw. The offense was looking pretty good, even though they weren't hitting threes as much as we probably would have liked. The team defense was looking absolutely phenomenal. But we can't discount the fact that having a legitimate backup center in Dwight Howard behind Joel Embiid is going to do wonders for their production overall. There isn't going to be that much fall off for this going into the second unit now. He knows his role. He's defending the rim. I'm really going to be looking at the Shake Dwight pick and roll duo going forward. And I just think that he's really going to bring something that they've sorely lacked for the last couple seasons.
I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm going to piggyback off of that, dude. Is that the Shake and Dwight Howard pick and roll coming off the bench looks really, really fun. Really, really fun. You look at Shake, he looked calm, he looked smooth leading this offense. That is a major area that the Sixers struggled in last year. So Shake kind of taking the reins as a secondary facilitator. He just looks more mature and calm. Like he looked like what I saw playing in Delaware. And I shouldn't be shocked because he looked like he belonged in the bubble, in the playoffs versus Boston last year. So any other let's go to Greg.
Can I just touch on these comments for 1 second?
We have so many comments.
We're a half into preseason and it's the same old thing.
Just stop. Not you, Dylan.
No, I know.
Listen, man, the Ben Simmons stuff, man. I don't know where to go with that anymore.
Well, no,
you guys are third team All NBA player. Guys do not make third team if they're passive NBA players. They just don't. Like this guy is an offensive force. Like
it's the casual basketball fan, or it's the young basketball fan who believes that the only thing in this game is shooting. Nothing else matters. The fact that he is transcendent in so many other ways on the court just goes by the wayside to these people. It's the narrative. Listen, this town is filled with sports fans who just want to run with a narrative. It doesn't matter. and they're going to either live or die by that narrative. And with Ben Simmons, it's he doesn't shoot. He doesn't need to on this team. Stop.
Okay, guys, listen. I have some polls out on the Twitter account, so guys, go and select the grades that you think for the certain polls out there, and we'll start reacting to them right now.
11 turnovers in a half, considering there's a shortened off season. There's literally patching guys together in the first game. In a couple weeks of Sixers training camp, you have to have context when you're watching this team. I expected them to be sloppy. We've seen them be sloppy a ton. So I think they're shooting poorly from three, but it looks like they have a system in place, which is not something you see.
They have 50 points in a half where they hit 1 3 and turn the ball over 11 times against one of the NBA's top defenses. Just think about that. Like 50 points, 1 3. So there's a lot to be excited about here.
Yeah.
Go
ahead, Joe.
Oh no, and Brock, I'm just scrolling through Twitter. And Brock made a good point. They put the clamps down on the trio of Tatum, Brown, and Marcus Smart. Tatum 3 for 10, Jaylen Brown 1 for 11, Marcus Smart 0 for 3. So that's pretty much all you can really ask for.
All right, here we go. Diverse Conscious says James Harden family members in the chat. 1 free Philly cheesesteaks, and Zach Hines is being added to our best comment of the night, saying James Harden had Christmas dinner early. Keep that comment up because I need to add it. But continue. What's another main takeaway of this game before we get into grades?
Let's go. Let's just play. This was probably a lot, the best that you could have hoped for. They came out, they dominated on the defensive end of the floor. They only gave up 44 points to a cohesive unit that is basically now, as Tiago said, you're missing Kemba Walker, but you're going to be missing him if you're the Boston Celtics, right? He's out for an extended period of time. Yeah, Tristan Thompson's not out there. I'm not a big Tristan Thompson fan. Will he make a little bit of a difference? Yeah, I'm sure he will, but I don't think that this game's playing out the way it is because Tristan Thompson's not there. I don't believe from that.
But they are also missing Wanamaker, the Philly guy, so you have to factor that in there.
So that's the thing. If I'm a Boston fan, I know it's just preseason, but where is the shot creation coming from? Right? You have 6 assists or something like that this half.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of shot creation. There's a lot of fadeaway, mid-range kind of stuff. So if they're gonna live without Kemba and they got rid of Wanamaker, I'd be a little bit worried what I see this half.
Yeah, we talk about. They're going to be without 2 of their best graders. Well, one of them for the entire season, being that Hayward moved on. He was one of their, even though he was taking third, fourth fiddle on that team. Now he was still a legitimate scoring option on the wing, and now you're going to be without Kemba because of knee issues for a few months now, and who knows if he's going to be able to be as shifty as he was before the injury. Right. So there are some questions to ask, but I think they'll still be fine in the Eastern Conference.
Brian is saying, did Maxey play at all in the first half? He did not. We're expecting him to play a good chunk in this in the second half. Takeaway, Joel Embiid looks healthy, says Mark Bernstein. Thank you for joining, man. One of our regulars here.
Di, I just want to say with Maxey, you also have to keep in mind that he wasn't there at the beginning of training camp with the COVID diagnosis. So, he's not only was he behind the 8 ball as a rookie in a shortened camp, but then the COVID situation had him even more behind the 8 ball. I wouldn't read too much into this like they don't believe in the kid. I just think they're letting him, get up to speed a little bit.
All right.
Let's. Do you want to get into grades, or are we still?
Yeah, let's go into grades. Go ahead, Justin.
All right. So the first poll I put out on our Twitter. Once again, if you want to get some last minute votes in there, go follow the Painted Lines on Twitter. Was Sixers player grade for Joel Embiid at halftime? A lot of people are saying A. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think the biggest takeaway from Joel Embiid is he looks springy. He looks good on the court, which is everything.
And you saw what the changes on the pick and roll defense did to Joel. Doc brought him up closer to the ball handler, and he's already created a couple of turnovers off that. So.
Yeah. And he finally has space to operate in the post too. So And if you're gonna run the risk of putting single coverage on Joel Embiid, you better be willing to pay the price.
I think something else that's interesting that's going on is you're seeing him operate a lot at the top of the key, which I didn't expect to see that much at that mid-range spot, at like the high mid-range spot. I thought he was going to be a little lower than that, but it's definitely interesting because he definitely has a lot more space.
Yep.
All right, the next poll I put out there was player grade for Ben Simmons. A lot of people are saying B. 44% say B, 32% say C though, and 16% say D. I don't know.
I'd probably be like a B plus. I'm good with what I've seen from Ben. I really can't complain. Like, we're talking about the first preseason game. We're talking about 5 points in 16 minutes, 3 assists. To me, like, this is another one of those games where it doesn't matter as long as he's healthy. I'm good, guys.
We almost forget what bad Tatum was in the playoffs, right? Without Simmons, he finished with 8 points this half on no 3-pointer made. So
was he primarily covering Tatum in that first half?
Yeah, Simmons. So a lot of it was Simmons sticking to him, something to 6.5 less playoffs.
They don't care though, Tiago. They all that crowd is just Ben needs to shoot. Ben needs to be more aggressive. Ben needs to have the second most attempts behind Joel.
I told you who that crowd is.
Oh, I know who that crowd is.
Who that crowd is. That crowd is the same one that after 2 games, Carson Wentz is the worst quarterback in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the same friggin' crowd. Trust me. I mean, I'm in a group chat. People who say that stupid shit about Ben say it's uncanny how dumb some of this faction of this fan base that I have defended for years can be.
All right. I'm putting the group chat on blast right now.
It's coming.
My man Zach says Maxey and all the rookies will lead in the second half. And right before, sorry, one more second, Justin.
Yep, you're good.
Here we go. Zach says, looking forward to Isaiah Joe. Let's go. All right, go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, I agree. So the next one put out there was about Danny Green. A lot of people are saying A. You got 46.5%, 46% saying A, 39% saying B. So a lot of people are liking Danny Green right now.
I mean, he only had 3 points, but he got beat a couple times in that first quarter. But ever since then, man, that guy just really kind of just settled down defensively. If you can get that kind of complimentary player that can provide spacing and be efficient on both sides of the ball, like, hey, what about you guys?
Yeah, 4 steals, active hands. I mean, he's still an elite defender, and he's just going to keep spacing the floor. Definitely an A for that half.
The next thing that I put out, I also talked about Seth Curry, but I want to move on to talking about the offensive and defensive scheme. Something I put out there was, how do you feel about Doc Rivers' offensive scheme? And a lot of people are saying B.
Okay. Tiago, any quick thoughts on Doc Rivers' pick and roll scheme so far?
I love it. I mean, we saw it. I put it out on Twitter. Just pay attention to what he has done in Joel Embiid in the pick and roll. That's going to create a lot of turnovers, a lot of disruption. So I give it an A.
Yeah, I don't think I can correctly grade it just yet because I just haven't seen enough. We're watching this live, but just judging on the offense, I know they had 11 turnovers, but judging from the offense, guys are getting open buckets. Guys are getting easy looks. How many times did that happen last year? So I like what I'm watching so far.
Real quick, so it looks like Shake and Dwight are in for Danny Green and Joel Embiid to start the half.
Yeah,
Marcus Smart and Ben going at it.
All right,
Ben.
Quick.
Oh shit!
I don't
What
like
was that.
Somehow they're going to keep the ball though.
They did.
I just got a text that someone said about the James Harden picture. What do you expect? There's no low-fat foods in the strip clubs. Makes some sense.
Not wrong.
Right?
Good, Shake.
There you go, Shake.
I wonder if James Harden came here, where his favorite spot would be. Would it be at Delilah's? Would he find one that's a little more low key, a little show and tell out there? I don't know. We'll have to see. Just very curious.
Dude, this dude.
Man, Marcus Smart is such a good defender.
Yeah, he really is.
Who would you rather have on the Sixers, Marcus Smart or Drew Holiday?
I'm a huge Marcus Smart guy. I would think
That's
Marcus
a great
Smart.
I am too. I think Marcus Smart is a really underrated player, and he's the type of guy. If he's on somebody else's team, you hate him.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Rob.
If he's on your team, you would love everything about Marcus Smart.
Yep.
I always the guy I always go back to because it was kind of my first this type of guy was Jeremy Shockey. Like you hated Jeremy Shockey on the Giants, but like if you really thought about it, if Jeremy Shockey would have been on the Eagles back then, you would have loved every minute of it.
Yep.
Mark says, "I'll be back. Going to watch the game. Come back. Have some fun with us."
Yeah, I'm getting drunk, so we should all have a good time.
There it is.
There you go. There you go, Tobias.
Chris Dunn says there's so much attention now on Ben because of the trade possibility. Oh yeah. I'm not even going to read the rest of that.
No.
I'm not. We're not dealing with that. No, I'm not trading Ben for Harden at all. Thank you, Zach. This is a good question. Who is worse, Sixers trolls or Eagles trolls? In my opinion, it's Sixers. I think Sixers are the most divisive. No, man, Eagles are up there too, man. Jesus. They're in just their own kind of galaxy.
Yeah, there's a fresh of Sixers trolls that like wants to see Ben fail, which is remarkable.
Yeah.
They're the same group.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I just you know what? I might have to dedicate the entire voice of the people to these people. I mean, I just might have to.
I don't like Marcus Smart's acting. I'm going to be honest. The rubbing of the nose is not a very good acting to me.
What he does, he's a pest. RJ2K says, which Sixer will have the highest steals per game average? I mean, last year was Ben, then Matisse.
What the?
I got to go with Ben.
Might need to call a timeout here. Might need to regroup.
Yeah, Robert Williams gets up.
All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom, guys. I'll be back.
I just remembered I put an odds boost bet on DraftKings on 1:00 soccer games today. I didn't win.
Joe Show, what not according to me? What do I do now? I'm always getting in trouble on here, Rob, with the comments.
I mean, you know what, Dylan? You're just such a bad person, man. I really don't know. Oh no, these games are all tomorrow. Damn it. I made this bet earlier thinking they were all soccer games played this afternoon. They're not played till tomorrow, so now I have no idea.
Are these champions?
And you were really scrolling for games, huh?
I've been on I've won more than I've lost lately. So I'm like, all right, so I did that, and I took Virginia Tech, St. Louis, and Florida State, a little parlay all to win.
Oh, parlays are such traps, man.
Absolutely. I lose them. Although I won both teasers, actually, even bigger traps. I won both teasers yesterday. Or Sunday.
Thank God I did not bet on that Browns game last night because I had friends who took that Browns line, and they were suicidal.
The only thing I took in that game was Nick Chubb to score the first touchdown, $5 to win 35.
Dude, the over on FanDuel was like 44.5 or something.
Yeah, I've been so bad with the overs this year. I've just stopped betting them. Like every game I've bet an over on, I feel like I've lost.
I'm a huge alt spread guy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why people don't do that more, dude. They see the line and they're like, "Oh, Saints -7. I don't know if I like that." Okay, well, go alt spread it like Saints.
Yeah, you can go with the alt spread.
Like what?
Saves you money sometimes too.
Yeah. That's good D.
Very good.
Good defense.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God, it's bias. Should have just taken that up.
So he's a hit or miss, man.
What was that lob, man?
It's a bias roller.
30 million for what?
Damn, I wanted to see S-Dot pull up.
I was waiting for it.
I'm still waiting for that one. Yeah, I'm still waiting.
There we go. Tobias fadeaway.
What I missed?
I'm still waiting for that Curry pull up from deep that I could just lose my mind over.
Tobias is a terrible passer. Holy shit.
That's offensive.
Yeah, defense. That's some good defense right there. Shake's playing some pretty good defense against Jaylen Brown.
Man, right in the chest.
Yeah, I mean that should be an offensive foul every single time that happens. You dip the shoulder and you lean right into the guy.
Man, Jaylen Brown's been bad tonight.
Yeah, he's when he makes up his mind, it's like you can't change his mind, and it's like, nah, man, you shouldn't shoot that. He doesn't matter.
He's made strides though. We have to give him credit there.
For sure, he's a very good player, but he can get a little bit erratic.
So I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little confused because Kai is tweeting saying it's very cold in the Wells Fargo Center, but didn't Jason just tell us it's really hot in there earlier?
Yeah, well, he was pretty loaded with like a long sleeve and sweater.
Yeah, that sweater.
And if, in case anyone's watching who doesn't know who I'm referring to, Jason is our man on the ground right there in the center right now, reporting from there. So.
All right, let's do a Sixers trivia question. Who was the starting small forward during the Sixers Eastern Conference Championship Series in 2001?
Small forward?
Small forward.
Starting in the finals? Or
Eastern Conference Championship Series.
Jermaine Jones?
That's correct, man.
Eric Snow.
Crushed. Jermaine Jones.
I lived that era of basketball, unfortunately, Chris.
I know, man. I was in high school during that. Man.
God, you guys are old.
Hey, man, that was the last time we been to finals.
Tyrone Hill. He was a power forward, man. Fun fact. I was at Knoebels one time, and I was with an ex-girlfriend, and I found like one of those like skee ball games at Knoebels, and one of the prizes was an old 90s Tyrone Hill posting up Shaquille O'Neal posters. And I think I spent probably like $50 until I won the damn poster. I probably could have bought it on Amazon for like $2, but it's pretty sick. That guy's ugly, man. That's like Sam Cassell.
Oh,
he's an ugly dude.
I would like to see how bad he's aged too. Like, look even worse.
Good stuff. All right. Anyway, this is the Painted Lines YouTube channel. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment. We are collecting the best comments of the night, and we will announce the winner during our Sixers Celtics postgame show. Winner gets a Furkan Korkmaz frame basketball card, as well as Markel Fultz, as well as Robert Covington, as well as TJ McConnell. So if you want to win those, just make the best comment. Make sure you subscribe, and let's have some fun.
I was waiting for Seth to pull it from deep right there for you. Oh, there's Toby. Tobias is awake today.
Oh, that was Matisse.
That was Matisse?
Mm-hmm.
No, that was Toby, wasn't it?
No, that was Toby.
Oh, that was Toby.
Dude, I was like, Matisse's jump shot looks way different.
Don't bite, Shake.
Oh.
Look at this defense.
It's great.
I love that.
Yeah,
Somebody can mess up with something, but there's always someone to back them up there. Yeah.
Dang.
We got shooters.
I like this lineup right now.
Isn't that a beautiful thing to say? We haven't had, outside of like early in the game when he gave like Mike Scott, Korkmaz, Milton, Dwight, and I forget who.
Ben.
Someone else. Isn't it a beautiful thing to not have to worry about who's on the floor?
Come on, step back.
I think
there's not like a weak
better.
spot, right?
Go!
Unless Mike Scott's out there.
You got it back though. Oh, Shake!
Shake. Oh, Shake.
I think what's even better to see is seeing that the guys that are labeled as our shooters are guys that can do multiple things on the floor. I think in the past few years, whether we had JJ Redick or whether it was just Furkan on the outside that was our best shooter, we haven't had a lot of guys that can really break down a defender and shoot the catch and shoot three very well. So having a guy like Seth Curry and Shake Milton on the outside that can do more than just shoot, it's just you just love to see it out there.
I just love this lineup.
I know Shake missed that layup, but guys, I'm ready to be insufferable with Shake Milton.
I'm ready to get are you ready to get irrational right now?
Yes, because I'm looking for Norvell Pell's not on the team anymore. So the Pell's Bells is dead. I need a shake and bake, or I need some sort of like fan club to grasp.
For Isaiah Joe, the Flo Joes.
The Flo Joes. God, that's so good.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, Ben.
There you go, guys. He was aggressive.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is just overrated. He's just never going to be there.
Wait till he misses these free throws and then watch the comments.
I want to see if anything has changed with his free throw form at all.
What is that? Is that 5? Is that like 5 threes for Jeff Teague tonight? Is he the new 6? Is he gonna be another Sixer killer?
Heavy Ben.
Man, he just powered through Carson Edwards. Carson Edwards is like.
I mean, he should.
Yeah.
Look at that stat line though: 5 points, 5 assists, 2 for 3.
Who's this? Oh snap! What's up, Brian?
There he is.
What's up, gents?
What's going on, man? What's your take on the Sixers so far, dude?
Well, I've been following it from you guys. I was driving home. From Massachusetts from work, so I just got home, just flipped it on. So I figured I'd jump in with you guys just for a little bit.
Sixers looking good, man.
Ooh.
Man, that's filthy.
That's ridiculous.
That was filthy.
Oh, yeah, you're right, guys. He needs a jump shot. He needs a jump shot, guys, or he can never do anything this league.
Dude, is that Jeff Teague again?
Morons.
Oh my God, Chris, you're gonna like that one.
I know. Of course, I'm still waiting for it.
Chris, you'll get there before New Year's.
Oh yeah. Oh come on, we got shooting.
Do it to him, Seth.
We got shooting.
Come on, Seth.
You gotta love that.
Woo! That is pretty.
Hit it.
So pretty.
Hit that. Bang.
Oh my God, I love
Bang.
it. I love
I've been waiting for.
Man, this team.
That's it. That's all I've been waiting for.
I know. I can log off now.
Here we go. Another Jeff Teague bucket right here. Yep.
I will say you can say the noticeable downplay in defense from the team we have on the court right now in comparison to when we have Danny Green out there. But they're so effective offensively, it almost doesn't even matter.
Bang! Let's go.
You're so behind.
Chris just saw the Steph Curry 3.
Chris, if you're going to live out there, at least get us some sort of honest sponsor that we can just rep for the poor cable you have.
He's not watching cable. He's watching YouTube TV.
Like
I
this,
feel like
this episode of TPL Live is sponsored by Whoopie Pies.
Subscribe so that we can make enough money to pay for Deep's cable.
That's ball movement.
Oh,
Yeah. Ooh, you got to cash in after that.
Oh, Shake.
The one thing about Ben Simmons, though, he's got to
Bang.
those racks.
They got shooters.
Dude, Shake is just so good. I love that man.
So I think the important question here is Dwight Howard the best or second best Dwight to come to Eastern Pennsylvania? I mean, Dwight Schrute's pretty.
it's really hard to top Dwight Schrute. It's very hard.
It really is.
Oh, Tobias backing down.
He's going to fade away here. There you go.
I would like Doc Rivers to put a dribble limit on Tobias Harris.
Sniper shake, baby.
I feel like once Tobias goes over 5 dribbles, the chance of a turnover goes up exponentially.
No, I hate
He posts. He backs him down for like 5 feet and then just goes with the fadeaway. I hate it every single time he does it.
Yo, Brian Jacobs says says pretty sure Jeff Teague is the best player on the Celtics.
I can't argue with that right now.
Where does he Tatum like?
He's certainly the best adult on the Celtics.
Tatum's
still under 18, right?
Yeah, he's still 19. Yeah,
19. Yeah.
Oh, you Dwight Howard, you beautiful human being, you. It is so nice to not have to worry about your back.
Oh my God.
And one.
That was filthy.
Yo, I have an Austin Krell update. He says people born before 1970 throughout the tri-state area are grimacing that Doc didn't apply glue to Embiid's foot and demand he stick it on the block.
My God, that was filthy.
I will say, I feel like we can't put too much into this because a lot of the team that's on the court right now for the Celtics is a lot of first-year guys for them or just guys that just joined the team.
Justin, shut up. Let us be irrational.
I thought this was an objective YouTube channel. I'm going to be honest.
Hey, man.
Your first time here, Justin?
Yeah, we're objective. We have a show where I just go on and yell at people for 15 minutes. To that. Named by that man right there, the boss. Okay, the show was named by him. I gave credit to the wrong person the first time. I apologize for that.
I'm willing to share credit with BMJ. That's all right.
Oh, is this the great Bryant Baker right here? Is this who it is?
Yeah.
Hello, Justin.
All right, what's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, I thought he was taking that.
Dude, Shake is
Oh my God.
Oh my God,
Shake
man.
looks good, man. At what point do you think Doc starts considering Shake over like Danny Green or Seth Curry as the starting lineup?
I can't wait until Rick from Hoboken complains about Ben not taking the 3 tonight.
Like Shake looks ideally what they need for that starting lineup.
I think we need to take a look at the fact that we almost have 80 points already.
Yeah.
That's
And a lot of these
Dude, Shake looks smooth as hell. Oh my
really
God.
good.
What the hell just happened?
Shake looks phenomenal.
I'm so happy right now. This is what it's all about, guys.
I have a feeling that in the at the end of games, the lineup that we're gonna see out there, obviously depending on the situation, Shake is gonna be out there. I have a feeling it'll end up the end of game lineups if Shake keeps up what he's doing, that it's gonna be Ben, Shake, Green, Tobias, and Joel. And as much as you want to see Seth Curry out there, Shake brings a little bit more on defense, and he brings a little bit more shot creation in that mid-range game, it seems like.
Chris Coyle's joining. He says, has Ben been attacking all night? No, he just kind of recently started that. Wait, did you call my name, Dylan?
Yeah, I got to send you something.
Oh, boy.
That
Oh,
Gint
boy.
just sent me. If this, put this on the screen if you can. If this picture's real.
All right, go ahead.
Hold on. Gint just sent me this.
Maybe it is real. Maybe it is. This is
The
we
James
were joking about
Is it Fat James?
Yeah, there's another one.
We were joking about this earlier. I think this is
Barstool said all he's done is triple doubles on Uber Eats.
Yeah, that's fake. That's fake.
He looks like Uncle Phil.
There's no way that one is real. I can't imagine. The other one.
Here we go. Shake Milton's better than Kevin Durant.
Here we go. Now we're really getting rational.
Shaker MJ.
That's the best comment Jake Paul's had tonight.
I can't wait to watch Jake's next fight.
I can't wait till Jake comes on the Eagles podcast or the Eagles live and tries to talk to me about that quarterback the whole time.
I'm gonna have to put Jake in timeout in the comments for every 5 minutes.
Oh man,
definitely get the timeout treatment.
There's something that's interesting to talk about. Mike Small tweeted this. Is Thibault expendable in the new Rivers and Morey regime?
Interesting. Thibault?
Yeah.
I can't judge this off of one game.
No, but I'm not.
Obviously, and I don't think we're just talking about one game here. I think we're talking in general.
Here's what happens with Thibault, right? People, he's a for whatever reason, you fall in love with a guy like a Matisse Thibault. But if say you get towards the trade deadline and you're playing well, but you could tell there's a piece missing, then yes, Matisse Thibault becomes expendable. I mean, I know that we like him. I know that we love the kid. But if you're playing and you're like, you know what, man, we're just this away, and he can get us that, yeah, he's expendable.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to, is he going to hit 3-point shots, right? If
Right.
he's not doing that, I mean, we all love his defensive potential, but you got Mike Scott who's not contributing. You know, how much can Court give in crunch time? So you have to start thinking, can I play somebody else in that lineup that can hit 3-pointers? And if that means trading Thibault, so be it.
The only thing that I would kind of think about when it comes to trading him is being that if he's somebody who you want to eventually replace Danny Green, because Danny Green he's an older player. He's not going to be on this team very long, and he's only has 1 year left on his contract as it is. So the amount of defense.
5 seconds. Oh, I thought that was a 5 second right there.
God, that should have been 5 seconds. Yeah.
All right, this lineup is just asking for a disaster.
Yeah.
Corky with that lockdown D.
Oh, Korkmaz. Dylan's boy is digging it up.
Dear God.
It's gonna be a good day tomorrow on Faithful Fanatics.
Dylan, he's been watching Faithful Fanatics, and he's freaking pissed right now.
You haven't heard? He's my next guest.
Yeah, you have to have him on the pod now.
Yeah. My man, my other Tar Heel getting ready to enter the game, baby.
I will say he's getting ready to enter the game with Taco Fall, which is kind of scary for him.
Have you hit a free throw tonight?
Listen, Tony Bradley is a Tar Heel, which means he just comes from a winning culture.
Oh wait, I didn't realize he's a Tar Heel.
Did we watch the
Marky215, thanks for joining, Marky215. Another one of our regulars. Maxie has not played tonight, so we're still waiting. And then, sorry, Jake.
Oh my God,
Fork friend. He's
so
new
big.
hashtag. Fork friend.
Tell Fork Kents to hit a free throw.
I'm actually pretty sure Tony Bradley might have an NCAA title. I think he was on the last Carolina title team.
Did he play?
Yeah, he was. You know what it was? He came in. So Bryce Johnson's group lost.
Yeah.
And then Tony Bradley, I believe, was a freshman the following year when they won.
Yeah.
And it was him and Kennedy Meeks.
Yeah.
That they had these two monsters in there.
Kennedy Meeks always look like the creatures in Star Wars.
Yeah, I have no idea how Kennedy Meeks was a successful basketball player with he just always looked out of shape.
Yeah. You know who I hated, Rob? What's his Luke?
Luke May.
Luke May.
Yeah.
Mr. Kansas or Kentucky killer.
Dear God.
My man Luke.
I mean, Tyler Hansborough was by far the most hated out of all of them.
And I freaking loved Hansborough. Loved everything.
I get it.
Woo, Jake would have seen that back.
That was nice. God, he's nice.
I tell you what, man.
No wonder they've been raving about him.
54th.
Impressive.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm freaking out, guys. I'm totally freaking out, guys.
Is Shake your new Jalen Reagor, Greg Ward hybrid?
I've always been. Brian, have I not been a Shake guy? I've been Shake guy for 2 years now.
I can confirm.
I'm not gonna lie, I have as well.
Ever since he was
Dude, that guy is smooth. That's the next Paul Pierce.
Ever since Shake was one of the few second-round picks they didn't sell.
God, Shake looks terrific tonight. I'm just like smiling ear to ear right now. This is so great. By the way, if you're watching,
he's just swooning right now.
If you're watching the Painted Lines YouTube channel, make sure you go check out our Shake Milton season preview. We were super high on that guy, and it is going down tonight.
Oh, not against Taco.
Yeah, that was an interesting part. I think if you have a little bit of bigger guy out there that can get up a little bit more than Tony Bradley, that's a bucket. But
God, Taco is just so large,
Taco is
though.
a monster. He's just so big.
All right. Also, guys, we are giving away Trust the Process cards. Furkan Korkmaz.
That one's mine.
Your favorite Markelle Fultz.
There's Tony Bradley, D.
Robert Covington, and TJ McConnell. If you have the best comment tonight, we will announce the winner during the post-game show. So far, we have 4. We have 4 candidates. Keep commenting. Keep commenting. Keep commenting. Thank you.
I'm having a tough time figuring out if Jake Paul is being sarcastic or if he's actually happy with the Ben Simmons stat line because
he's got Ben Simmons targeted for sure.
Oh my
God!
No.
No. Ben's his favorite player. Bro, I have a feeling it's a younger kid.
Could be.
So here's something that's interesting.
It's not Jake. I'm very sorry.
Here's something that's interesting in that Jason brought up. Tyrese Maxey still hasn't played in the game yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at the end of the third quarter and we haven't seen him.
Which
I'm
makes you wonder how well he's practicing, right? Is there?
I'm curious if they're just thinking, all right, fourth quarter, let's let these young guys play.
Do you just give those minutes to Shake Milton right now, to be honest?
Give him the shake down in the fourth, let him and Paul Reed and all those rookies and young kids play.
Shake Milton is outstanding.
And Simba.
Yeah, we haven't seen Simba.
I have a feeling that they're going to let I don't know. I think they want to give Shake as much experience as they can, having him run the offense, like in a game situation.
Oh, here we go. ISO Shake.
They're
doubling him. They doubled him.
All right.
We're here, man. We have arrived. Doubling Shake.
Shake is the
Shake
third
Milton.
star.
Shake.
I'm telling you, I will.
It was always underneath the eye.
Shake. It's gonna be. I honestly feel like the Sixers are gonna end up being like how the Clippers lineup was at the end of the game when Lou Williams was running that shooting guard spot. I really think that Shake Milton's gonna be doing that.
Lots to like so far.
Mm-hmm.
That S.3 is pretty.
Shake Milton's going to have the best contract in the NBA this season.
Well, they still have him for like 2 or 3 more years?
Yeah, $1.7 million this year.
Oh my goodness.
That's insane.
Look, the Sixers with their moves this year, you know, when you talk about the contracts that Ben and Joel are in here, Shake's in here, Seth Curry's in here, they've got a window now. And you know, you've got to take full advantage of this because at the end of that window, at the end of a few years, then there's going to be a lot of questions. So, I mean, if they want to go out and win that title, it's got to be now.
And that was really the genius of Daryl Morey was like to be able to get out of Al Horford's money without trading like a Shake Milton is huge. Like you keep that guy on your team, and like that makes a big difference.
Are we starting the Shake for 6th Man of the Year campaign?
I think that's the biggest question on it tonight, right? The biggest question on tonight is Shake better off the bench or as a starter, right? Right?
I kind of want him off in that bench role. Just to run the second unit with Dwight and pick and roll, and he's cooking.
Yeah.
And then let's see what happens with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, do you consider him late in the games? Like, I don't care who starts, but I'm thinking about who's going to close the game now.
And that's how basketball is, right? It doesn't really matter who starts; it's who finishes.
Right.
What is going on here? Hold on. Pump the brakes. Thomas, stop. Sorry, Rob.
Thomas, shut up.
Yo, what's going on with this Ben hate?
These live streams have, and my podcast with some of the comments have made me mature to a level I never thought I'd reach at 22 years old. I'm done interacting with those types of comments.
So like Ben Simmons has 10 points, and he's a plus 13. He has the second highest plus or minus on the team. Like, what are we doing here, man?
The fact that the Sixers are shooting 28.6% from three and look this okay offensively and defense, like I'm good, guys. Like I don't know how you can be upset about anything from what we've seen from the Sixers right now. Like they look great. Oh wait,
I thought going into this first preseason game they're going to be.
Sorry, man.
I thought first preseason game they're going to be looking rough. I mean, they have looked rough. They've looked a little sloppy with the ball at times, but this is about as good as it could possibly get for the first preseason game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Against a very, very good team, mind you.
Yeah. I do want to point out once
we got Steve, we got a Maxey sighting.
There you
Let's go.
Let's go. Is Isaiah Joe there too? No.
I do once again want to point out that in the third quarter, there weren't a lot of starting caliber players playing on the Celtics side of the ball. So,
Justin, don't talk about that.
There he is.
Yeah,
there he is.
It's our own Agent Zero, baby. It's our own Agent Zero. Let's go.
All right, here we go. It's Maxey time. I'm a little bit behind. Throwback to the time I had Mark Zumoff and Tom McGinnis and Matt Murphy on the same pod. That was like a dream, man.
He walked. Yeah, he traveled because Tony Bradley's defense was stifling.
Mario, baby.
Tony Bradley.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what he got.
1 assist.
There you go.
I forgot Mike Scott could shoot for a little bit, not going to lie.
Yeah, he can.
Everyone forgets it was a Mike Scott 3 that closed out the Nets series in 2018.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember exactly where I was for that. I was watching the game on my iPad at a family gathering, and it was like not cool to watch the game. So I was like nonchalant, like sitting in the corner. And when he hit that 3, like I was just going crazy around the house.
You know what went through my head when he put up that 3? The balls on this guy.
I had to know that Mike Scott was going to hit a bunch of threes after I spent the first half saying I don't want to watch Mike Scott anymore.
Well, that's what I'm waiting for with Korkmaz.
And a steal.
Like Rob, I don't think you realize like the moment Korkmaz goes off one game this season, I'm going to get bombarded.
Yo, quick question for you guys. Did anybody else expect Tyrese Maxey to be running that one spot for them for the first game? Because I kind of expected him to be running the second team be on the second team with Shake, running that 2 guard.
We don't know. I think that was like one of the big questions. Like, what is Tyrese Maxey's role on this team, especially offensively? Everyone knows what he's going to bring defensively. Situationally, I think it's going to be fantastic. But where does he fit right now this year is the question mark.
He's basically running the offense right now, too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think anybody really expected him to – at least I didn't really expect him to come in running the offense.
Well, we talked about that during our preview. Or not, was it a preview? I'm not sure. One of the previews was maybe Maxey going down to play with the Bluecoats and, facilitate, be the primary ball handler with the Delaware Bluecoats. And I don't think we're going to get that with the Sixers, obviously. So
I think that's his future. That's his ceiling with the team is like
wow, they gave it to him.
But I don't see him in that role this year. I think just because preseason they want to give him a run at point guard, but I don't see him as a point guard in a championship team this year.
Nah, he's in the Shake boat as a combo guard.
Yeah, learn. Just let him learn.
Is that Dakota Mathiasen too?
Yeah, he's number 33. Yeah, he's in there.
Big Shane Gillis says Maxey can play and we'll prove it, and in due time.
Yeah, I'm very high on Maxey. I am. I don't think it's going to be right away this season, but I wouldn't be surprised if this season if he becomes a solid contributor for them.
He plays defense. He's going to get minutes because he plays defense.
Peyton Pritchard, Danny Ainge's guy.
There's the kid that when they drafted him, we all sat here on the live stream and went, "Who the hell?"
Oh man, we know all about Peyton Pritchard.
Dude, he is such a Danny Ainge guy.
It's interesting they went with the code over Isaiah Joe. I wonder how well Isaiah Joe is practicing too.
Tony Bradley battling for the boards, baby.
I think Isaiah Joe just needs that strength, man.
That is Rob. That's your boy.
Yeah, I think he might be my Greg Ward, Dives.
I
might be on the Tony Bradley train.
I love it.
Yeah, we need to get Rob a Tony Bradley jersey.
I do think I need a Tony Bradley jersey for the season. Even if he's not on the team, I think I should just wear it in remembrance of him if he's not there.
Bradley's a lot bigger than I thought.
About I forget who was saying something about Dakota Mathias coming in there instead of Isaiah Joe. It could be one of those situations where in the first preseason game, he's kind of given like one group of forwards a chance to play some more minutes, and then the next game he'll give Joe and Vincent Poirier a chance to play.
I just want to see Simba.
Yeah, and
where's Justin Anderson been, man?
Yeah, that's a freaking wraparound.
Look at Rob getting emotional. Up 15 in the fourth quarter of the first preseason game.
I killed like a case of high noons. I'm like in a whole different world right now.
All right. Just
high noons right now. Are they good?
Yo, the high noon is one of the more underrated drinks out there.
They're expensive though, aren't they? For a small pack, like 4?
Super expensive.
And they only come like what, like 4?
Well, not so. I got the variety pack. The problem with the variety pack, right? So here's a weird thing that many people know about me. Over the last 3 years, I've developed some sort of weird, stupid ass allergy to watermelon.
Mine's pineapple. I don't know what it is. I can't eat pineapple anymore.
I can't eat watermelon. Like my throat feels like it's closing. So
that's so weird. What the hell?
So and I hate it because I lived off watermelon my whole life. But one of the flavors of high noon is watermelon. So the one day I'm like, well, maybe I could drink it. Let's see. Nope, I can't drink the watermelon. It's like, what the hell?
I hate watermelon.
Oh,
I love watermelon.
I wish I was you. It would make this allergy so much better if I hated it. My daughters are jerks, and they like eat it in front of me, and they're like, "Dad, look, we're eating watermelon." And I'm like, you know what? Go to your room. Like, I want to punish you.
Jake Paul says, Ben done for the night.
Yeah, bro. He's done for the night.
Yes,
you should be done for the night. Like, stop. Stop.
Get him out of here.
That wasn't very nice, Dives.
Oh. All right, just a quick reminder, we're going to do a post-game reaction show right when the clock hits 0, so stay tuned. We'll do final takes. Should we do player grades? I don't know. Might as well. And just 20-minute show to recap everything we saw in this game. So make sure you stick around. And we're also going to announce who won the TTP process basketball cards during the postgame.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jake Paul says, guys, I love Ben. You probably want to get back on D, Tony. If I'm going to come to Ben, get your ass back on D.
Man, the bench is up right now.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Man, Tyrese Maxey got blocked.
You're so behind.
Not Aaron Neesmith. That was Aaron Neesmith, man.
He looks pretty good.
Guys, I give you a lot of credit. Are you actually going to do these during the regular season?
It's worth it, bro.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're gonna be behind.
Well, I mean, I don't like Dylan. You're going to be covering for my ass on many of these, so I don't plan on doing Sixers live streams every single game. So.
Simba.
Simba.
My dad loves Simba.
Yeah, that's what someone actually texted me today. Like, are you going to do this for all the Sixers games? I said, I'm going to tell Alyssa for 72 regular season games. I'm going to live stream. No, that's not going to happen. It's just not.
I mean, you can absolutely count me in Friday nights, Saturdays, Sundays, 100%. But it's just going to depend on my work week, really.
I'm going to try to do as many as I can, too.
Dakota? Brick.
Oof.
But definitely to start the season, I'll probably be there more often than not every game.
Oh, Tony!
Oh, Tony!
Oh, man, I looked out for
Where
my
did
guy.
you go to college again?
That would be the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Not Asheville?
Rebound.
I just wanted to make sure. I couldn't remember.
Hurricane! Oh, my
Oh,
God.
my God.
I never want to hear another word.
Somebody get rid of that guy.
I never want to hear another word.
Come on, Simba.
All right, who's number 33?
Matthias.
Matthias.
Dakota.
Ugh.
I don't
He
know.
said, ugh.
Yeah, he really did.
Him and Carson Edwards were teammates, so I wonder if they.
Look, it's the second best Curry.
I remember I remember I was so mad when the Sixers didn't get Carson Edwards, and now he's just not even playing.
Yo, I was livid.
Oh,
Carson Edwards.
dude.
First of all, that whole draft was like the worst thing for me because all I wanted was my boy Cam Johnson from North Carolina, right? And if you remember, there were so many mocks that had him going around the Sixers pick. So I was
they were eyeing him. I thought he was going to be dropping that
I
far.
was like super pumped, and then he went like 10. And the rest of the draft, I was just absolutely devastated.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe they could get Carson Edwards. And then that whole thing happened, and it was just like, I have nothing to ever look at. Like I was so impressed.
Yeah, every draft, we all find a guy that we just pick as one of our guys. So many people had him as one of their guys. Yeah. And then as soon as they made that Matisse trade, everyone said, oh, they're going to pick Edwards. They're going to pick Edwards with that second round pick. And of course they did.
Guys, go look at the 76ers Discord.
I can't wait.
Tyrone Johnson.
Oh, Ty.
Yeah.
Did you see what he posted?
My man Ty, baby. Hey, you guys want to see a good interview with Ty? Head over to last week's The Madness. He was awesome.
While we're plugging things, I know TPL is known for sports because that is certainly our passion. But we also know that one thing that TPL is founded on is that we are more than just sports fans. And everybody has different passions and things. And so this Saturday is one of our TPL sessions. We have live music. So for those of you quarantining at home and everything else, Dibes, I'm plugging TPL sessions this Saturday. We have Christmas themed TPL sessions. So come out. It'll be right here on TPL live channel, wherever we need to go. Subscribe. I'll let Justin handle all that stuff. But this Saturday we come carol with us.
Megan Mondigo is terrific.
Dude, she is so talented. It's unbelievable.
They are very good. They are,
and you can
very
join
good.
you're watching this Sixers game right now. Join in and request your favorite songs, react, and she'll play it. And she's so ridiculously good.
Yep.
Saturday, is that 8:00?
Yes, sir.
8:00 East Coast time. Man,
Candlelight. Get the little, wine. Just put a sound in the background.
I heard that's exactly what my wife and I do. That's exactly what I like. We have some drinks. We listen to it. We do a little dancing.
Get the fire going.
Get some sex time. It's nice.
I couldn't imagine doing in-arena entertainment right now.
Am I the only old man? Am I the only old man curmudgeon who is getting tired of the forcing of mascots? Like, I feel like this guy is such a forced mascot that is just not necessary.
I feel like the mascot peaked in like the 90s.
There you go, Tyrese.
Oh, here we go.
Yo, he's fast as shit, man.
Oh, he's so good. Yeah, he's got a burst.
He's also out there with athletes that went like undrafted and
Justin.
Why do you have to be the voice of reason right now?
Objective is the.
I'm still waiting for the play.
This one might have to go up for comment of the night. Comment of the night.
Hold on. I'm waiting for this Tyrese Maxey play.
I'm apparently way ahead of you guys, so I need to wait.
My God.
Oh yeah. There you go, Tyrese.
That wasn't an air ball. He was checking what direction the wind was blowing. Was that on Furkan?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Wait till you see the next possession.
I love to see Dwight Howard's energy off that bench, though.
Yeah, it's great.
I think that's going to make a big difference through the year.
He's become such a good teammate.
So far ahead of us.
Are you guys watching on Comcast or TNT?
Comcast.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Maxey with the runner. Let's go.
I just turned on TNT, so
And Dive is watching it on YouTube.
Oh, and we got Isaiah Jones.
on Amish Network.
What's he on, beta disc or whatever it was? What the hell?
He's on Oracle.
Dive's got Prism up in Lancaster. He's watching the game on
Oh my mercy! Okay, I gotta get off. I'm gonna freak out.
Oh my god!
Yo, who wants to give this kid minutes, baby?
Oh man, I'm like 30 seconds behind.
I still can't. I don't know. Dick Vitale's first call of him in his first college game. Stop it, Maxey! You're a freshman.
The diaper dandy.
Are you serious?
That was pretty good.
Are you serious?
That was good.
Oh, Isaiah Jones.
If anybody wants to question, can Tyrese Maxey run and pick and roll? There is your
Did
exhibit.
they call foul? Did they call foul? Is Isaiah Joe going to the line?
I think they did.
No,
they didn't.
No.
No, they didn't.
Maxey's
The way they were all clapping was it was almost like they called a foul for him.
Oh my God! Look at Matt's comment.
Dan is the biggest troll.
I agree. Steven says Maxey belongs, but he's much better to his offside. And Big Shane Gillis says he's going to earn his minutes. I think that is the trajectory for Tyrese Maxey this season, is kind of learn the ropes once the season starts, and then slowly. We said this exactly on previous.
Come on, I need another bucket right here.
Me too.
I just saw Isaiah Joe miss the rim by 10 feet. I'm going to throw away all my scouting reports on him. Holy shit.
Now he missed by like 2 inches. So.
Yeah, but he's getting closer.
You get closer there, yeah. He was Furkan for a second.
So a bench squad.
He should have drafted Carson Edwards.
Oh boy, that Isaiah! I'm going to sleep with Isaiah Joe shot in my head.
Isaiah Joe needs to just.
If he can't hit that shot, what the hell, man? That's what you're there for. Wide open.
Well, what do you think I say about Furkan?
Yeah.
On Simba.
What the hell was that?
That was maybe the ugliest jumper.
I need Maxey to. Oh, I wanted Maxey to pull up there.
Oh my God, Simba!
Yeah.
With the boards.
Is that? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my! Oh, I thought he was going to shoot.
And then he makes that.
And then he makes that.
That was nice. Dwight Howard's laughing at him like, what the hell is this guy doing?
God, Simba is such a nut. I love him.
Oh boy.
I think something that can't go unnoticed though is the amount of length we have on the whole team now. Even with the guys who are supposed to be our shooters.
Another one?
Oh my God! He's just laughing. Crying down.
No, this is brutal. This is brutal.
Justin Anderson.
Dude.
My God.
God,
The
Tyron
white.
I don't remember him.
I don't know what's happening, but Dwight Howard seems to be like extremely vocal on this bench.
Well, Maxey's just hitting a bunch of crazy floaters.
I already like this team. One preseason game. As far as just the attitudes of these guys, 1,000 times more than what I was watching.
Exactly. The vibe is completely different in the back.
It is.
Oh
It
my
is.
God.
Everybody's standing up, having fun,
God.
laughing. It's entirely different.
How did
And listen,
20
it's
teams?
for me.
How did 20 teams pass on Tyrese Maxey?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. Like this guy has legit.
Well, that's what, you remember the night of the draft. That's what Jay Billis said. Jay Billis was astonished that this many people passed on Tyrese Maxey. It just made no sense to him.
Brian Michael Jacobs says Poirier is better than Bradley.
Ryan Michael Jacobs, listen to me, sir. do not hate on the Tar Heel Nation. That's all I want to say. Okay? Just because he got 3 rebounds, he didn't have to go against the 9'6" Taco, whatever his name is. Okay? He's going against little people out there. It's not the
I
same.
think he played pretty well against Taco, to be honest, as well.
Listen, I like him because he's a Tar Heel, but if he doesn't,
Hey, Rob, here we go.
Thomas, you're doing a really good job tonight of pissing me off.
Tiago, where did we put Maxey in our final big board? Because Austin deleted our previous work and he replaced it with 2021. So,
Really?
what was he lottery? I'm pretty sure we had him.
Yeah, he was definitely top 20, or top 15. Yeah, 15.
Definitely within. I think like within 10 to 15.
Yeah.
We have breaking news from BMJ. Justin, would you like to
Say that one more time, I'm sorry.
We have breaking news from BMJ
Breaking news from BMJ? Where is that at?
on Twitter.
Tyrese Maxey is speaking in Springfield, Massachusetts tomorrow. Accept his invitation to the NBA Hall of Fame.
I love it.
My goodness.
Welcome to the NBA preseason, baby. Marky215 says Max is going to work his way into the rotation. Amen. We're gonna 100% see that. There's no doubt. Especially the way he plays defense is a spark. Yeah. All right.
I think a good comment that Krell made on Twitter as well. It said Daryl Morey and everyone else in Philly front office managed to somehow draft 1, a guard, 2, that can dribble, 3, change speeds, 4, shoot, and 5, this isn't a video game. Imagine that.
We got guys who can dribble, which is like a
And I think that
But most importantly, guys who can dribble with their offhand.
yes.
That's what I was getting at earlier, where like this year it seems like we have shooters that can actually do something with the ball outside of just shooting.
Yeah.
So I think that's exciting to watch with this team.
And I think Tiago, do you think that's where kind of Matisse gets kind of like gets a little slighted a little bit? Like, because if you have if you have a guy like Tyrese Maxey, especially Isaiah Joe, could Matisse and Isaiah Joe kind of be on the out?
Yeah, I mean, you have to think of it from the standpoint of like roster building and like how much they're worth. They're like, low salary, so you want some of those guys hanging around. But I mean, the whole thing of Matisse is like you have to hit 3-pointers, man. Like if he's not hitting 3-pointers, like I don't see how he gets into the lineup consistently. So, he doesn't do much on the ball. He can't really run pick and roll. Like he's got to be more consistent with the shot.
I agree with you, Tiago. I like the kid, but if he is not able to do that part of his game, you have enough guys now on the wings to defend where you don't have to force a Matisse Thybulle to play.
You need
Let's remember
you need playmakers.
Let's remember that he is a first-round pick of our team, and he's going to be here. He's got a few years left on that contract, obviously. And a guy like Danny Green, who may be getting a lot of minutes at that spot now, isn't going to be here in a year, most likely.
I see Thybulle more as like a matchup type player. I don't see him as like a full-time, like 25, 30 minutes guy.
Yeah.
He's a guy you want to like put in certain situations until or if he ever develops a shot. So,
but being that he's a first-round pick, obviously you want to try to get him to develop to be one of your starting role players or at least the 6th or 7th man. Right. And do you guys see him being able to become that or what?
I think his development ceiling is pretty limited, to be honest with you. I think, he was an older senior, and I think he is what he is at this point, which is fine. Like, he's a good player, but how does he fit with the rest of the team?
Thomas says, I think the main off the bench will be Maxey, Shake, Dwight, and Matisse. Jake says Maxey's better than LaMelo. John Berard, Thybulle was one of the best lockdown defenders in the draft, 100%. But, he has to become a more consistent perimeter shooter if you're going to play next to Ben and Joel, period.
All right. Well, my computer is on 5%, and I don't see my charger over there, so.
All right, man. Faithful Friday tomorrow.
Go Furcon.
Faithful Fanatics tomorrow at 5. Tune in.
You should change the name to Faithful Furcons.
No thanks.
I think it's a great idea.
And on that note,
give it a lot of views.
All right, guys, get ready for post game live. We're getting ready. The clock is ticking. We're gonna just kind of reset and do a post game show where we're gonna talk about our top takeaways. We're gonna talk about some player grades, and it'll be fun. And we're gonna announce the winner for the Trust the Process cards. Wait, what does this mean? I hate Chris Webber. I know it's random, but hate. What's going on? Is this?
Is he calling the game on TNT?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I was like random. I didn't no idea.
Listen.
Oh, and apparently I was scrolling through Twitter, and apparently Marv Albert confused Ben with Furcon, so we had that going for us.
What? I mean, I understand why Ben completely looks like Furkan Korkmaz.
Hold on, let me
had a whole like 20 pounds of muscle and 3 inches to him, and then maybe you can confuse him.
Chris Webber is a dog in the negative sense because what a joke he was when he came here.
Yeah,
and supposed to be that second guy to Allen, and instead he cancered this locker room so fast. So, and by the way, I think he's a horrible color commentator. I think he's horrible at his job.
Steven says Leprechauns live next. Don't watch that. Watch us. I swear we're going to be more fun.
Steve,
turn off the sound of the TV and come and watch us.
Although I do love his beard so much. Jimmy Lynam's beard is so freaking great.
Nah, he looks Amish, and his face looks like a leather glove.
Chris Dunn says the Dwight Howard statue is going up now, and on Christmas, and they'll lift the Maxi banner to the rafters. All right, I'm adding that now to the best comments. That is pretty terrific.
Man, let's hold the horses on Dwight Howard.
Wait, what's this? This Chris Coyle comment right after it.
Hold on a second.
Doc Rivers yelling at Isaiah Joe. Doc Rivers was yelling, was like pointing in the other direction, trying to get Isaiah Joe to get to the right spot.
Oh God, these Isaiah Joe minutes have not been good. I'll tell you.
No, not a good start for Isaiah Joe tonight.
No. Everything that I identified in the scout report, he did the complete opposite. So,
it goes down.
All right,
I needed one more Maxi bucket.
He says I can't watch Lucky Charms. Although I like eating Lucky Charms, I can eat Lucky.
I got a box upstairs. I might have a bowl tonight. I don't know,
dude. There's nothing better than like late.
Oh
night.
my God, Isaiah Joe's getting bullied by Carson Edwards.
God.
Is that like an old man thing? Like I love to have a nice bowl of sugary cereal before bed.
Cue the music.
Isaiah Joe, he's dribbling at the top.
The Sixers hold him under 100, baby.
That's right, Frosties.
Tiago.
He freeze out.
So
clap your hands,
Isaiah Joe.
Everybody.
You want to
Philadelphia?
Talk about Isaiah Joe?
Not tonight, man. Not tonight. Oh boy, he was not.
Clap, stomp your feet.
Chris, you need to
everybody,
so that when we do the live streams when the Sixers win, we can play that. You need to load the song up.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Should we do it?
I had the kids sing it today. I had my daughter singing it. We were dancing in the kitchen, getting ready for this one.
Well, what's the deal? Like, if I play it, will we all start dancing to it when we first start? Like, so like the live stream, the intro starts, and then I'll have the music play. Is that cool?
I mean, we can make it work. We can make it
work. I think we're gonna get Brock for post game. I think.
Yeah,
Brock, come on.
Best tweet of the night. Best tweet of the night from my man, the third. Howie wouldn't have drafted Tyrese Maxey. Howie would have went with some European guy that he could have stashed for 3 years.
Yo, hold on. Tiago, Matt McGinty, Isaiah Joe looked almost as bad as Al Horford.
All right, guys, get ready. We're going to get into post-game live. Everyone cool for hanging out for post-game live?
I'm going to bounce out. I'll let Brock take over. He's much better at this than I am.
How long do you think we're going for post-game?
Oh, this should be 20 minutes.
Okay.
20 minutes, Chris.
Peace out. Love you guys. Go Sixers.
Good. Farewell, our fearless leader.
All right, we're gonna do quick takeaways, like your final takeaway, and then we'll grade the offense, we'll grade the defense, and who was your player of the game.
Cool.
The post-game hive. We're here. We're here, Big Shane. We're here. Word on the street. You're a candidate for getting those basketball cards, baby. Would be nice. Tyrese playing the SEC. Maybe the Eagles should take note.
Kentucky guys, man, you can never bet on them.
Should we go?
Yeah.
There's my man Brock. What's
There
going
he
on?
is.
What's happening, man?
Stay solid.
What's going on, my people? How are you?
It's the solid man himself.
Man, you're killing it with the tweets tonight.
You know what, man? I tweeted, I think it was like 2 or 3 days before the NBA preseason started. I said Twitter fingers is coming back on Monday. And I didn't wholeheartedly mean it, but I spoke it into existence. Like, I'm watching the game and I can't get off Twitter. I'm screen recording videos, I'm tweeting them, I'm looking at the stats. I had a lot of clout during the game and I didn't want to lose traction, so I stayed on top of it.
I got you. I put you on the painted lines a few times.
I saw that, Justin. Every time I saw the retweet, I'm like, who's retweeting me at TPL? But I knew it was you. See, I used to do some of the Twitter stuff for TPL, but it's a tough job. You stay on top of it, though. You're committed, bro. I appreciate that. The whole brand, we appreciate it.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Ready to roll? Ready to roll?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. We're going to do final takeaways, and we'll go like one by one. And then we'll do how would you grade the offense, how would you grade the defense, and then player of the game. And let's try and keep it like within 30 minutes. Can we do it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. All right, I'm going to hit the intro. Here we go. What is up, everybody? What's going on? This is TPL Live. It is Dives, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. This is the Sixers versus Celtics post-game show. Today, we are going to talk about our final takeaways. We're going to talk about grading the offense, grading the defense. It's our first look of the NBA preseason, and we're also going to give our player of the game. My final takeaway of this game, I got to throw it to my man, Shake Milton. 23 minutes, 19 points. This guy looked calm. He looked smooth. He looked like the pitch perfect fit for Doc Rivers. And I think the main question, the final.
Makes it easy to parlay bets within the same game.
All right, we're good. I think the final takeaway of this has to be whether or not Shake Milton is a bench player or whether or not Shake Milton is a starter. Next up, we'll go to Rob, the voice of the people. Follow him on Twitter at Philly_Madness. What was your final takeaway of this, man?
My takeaway of it was, Doc has preached that he wanted this team to be a top 5 defensive team. Mm-hmm. And their defense from really, the first couple minutes they were feeling it out, but early on in that first quarter, you saw an energy on the defensive side of the ball that you haven't seen too much of. And where I really liked it wasn't even as much the first team. They were excellent. But when the second team came in, there was no fall off, right? And for me, it was at the center position specifically that when Joel Embiid went out, now you're going to Dwight Howard. This is not your days of Boban or Kyle O'Quinn or Amir Johnson. This is a bona fide backup center who you do not fear rim protection when Joel Embiid goes out of the game. And if this team plays with that energy on defense and can just get better as this season goes on, then the sky really could be the limit for this team because I don't expect the offense to be a problem. I expect them to score points this year. If you could play solidified top 5 defense, you're going to be a tough out for any team in the East.
Awesome. Joey, final takeaway.
This is an infinitely more fun team to watch than last year's team. I mean, Rob hit on pretty much all the points. They finally have a legitimate backup center to back up Joel. They finally have actual ball handlers that can run pick and rolls and play make all across the board. They finally have shooters to open up space down low for Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. And they're just much more aesthetically pleasing to watch. And as the season goes on and they get more organized and figure out the offense overall, I know it's the first preseason and I don't want to get irrational here, but based on what we saw, they're going to be, people have a reason to be high on this team, I think, going forward.
Brock, you're getting a lot of comments here.
I didn't do anything. I haven't said anything yet. I just joined. What the hell's going on?
All right. Go ahead, Brock. What was your final take?
I think the biggest winner of tonight was Daryl Morey. All right. We saw Daryl Morey sporting a Black Lives Matter mask. I love that, giving Elton Brand a little bit of game. Hopefully that he'll be able to get a different general manager job down the line. But I say he's the biggest winner because I'm going to tie in both points that Rob and Joey made. This is a different brand of basketball. We've heard Brett Brown reiterate, we're going to play bully ball. We're going to bully teams. We're going to get to the free throw line. We'll play tough D. Doc Rivers came out. He said, we're going to play a defensive style that should put us among the best team, one of the best teams in the league. It's going to be our identity. Tonight it showed 10 steals, 8+ in the first half, I believe, early. Danny Green had 4. That's a new addition. Seth Curry offensively was a nice little addition. He had a couple of three-point shots. Shake Milton looked great. Tyrese Maxey fell to Philadelphia where he fell, and he, although it was in the fourth quarter against, third-string players, still had 4 strings of good offensive shots, and he looked good in very limited minutes. So I think the winner here was Daryl Morey because he's building a different brand of basketball, and if you could get Joel and Ben to buy in, the Sixers are going to be a tough team to beat. They're starting 5, like Rob already said. It's very tough to beat in the East. If you pair that, you couple that with a bench that could be as potentially as good as Shake Milton, Tyrese Maxey, Dwight Howard, incorporate some of the DHO's pick and rolls, this team, it could be a dangerous team in the East.
All right. What about you, Tiago?
Yeah, so I'm going to touch on all the points that you guys just talked about because I think the main takeaway here is exactly it. Like, how great did this team look with
everyone? Everyone, real quick.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Perfect. So, how great did this team look without Joel Embiid, right? And I went as you guys were talking, I was looking at the box score. So, here's what the Ben, Toby, Dwight, and Shake foursome did tonight. It was a plus 50 with 50 points, 21 rebounds, 13 assists, and 3 steals. And that to me says a team that can play without your best player on the floor. So a lot to be excited about. And I think we saw a little bit of what that team can look like without Embiid on the floor.
What about you, Justin? Oh, you're muted, bro. Sorry, man.
My bad. My biggest takeaways for this game was the defensive side of the ball and also the amount of shooting that you can just tell by looking at the floor about how much more spacing we have. Defensively, we were elite in the beginning of the game where we had Danny Green out on the floor especially. I think he had, 3 or 4 steals? You also have the shooting where we actually have an offense now where you can pass the ball around the horn. And you can have threats at every spot. And I think that's a big thing. You can have Joel Embiid sitting on the inside. He can pass it out to Tobias Harris, who, if he's not open, can pass to the left, hit Shake Milton, hit Seth Curry. It's looking good right now, and I'm liking what I'm seeing.
All right, let's go on to grading the offense. The Sixers scored 108 points. They only, I kind of got some flack on this, saying they had 11 turnovers in the first half, and they shot piss poor from 3 in the first half. You look at the way they shot in this entire game, 24.1% from 3. They put up 108 points on a really strong defensive team. Yeah. You saw guys, especially in the first half, our main guys get easy buckets. How many times have we heard that? The spacing was there. And that is something that cannot be ignored. I'm going to give the offense a solid B+. 108 points. I really, really liked what I saw, especially from Shake. I'm a little biased. What about you, Rob? You're muted. You're muted.
This is like one of my classes on Zoom. The professor, the kid always talking.
I just did that this week where I literally yelled at like kids because they weren't participating, and they must have been able to see my mouth moving because then they were like, "Mr. Landry, you're muted." After all that, what the hell was the question? I forget the damn question already.
How would you grade the offense tonight?
Listen, I thought the offense was good. I'd probably give it a B+. I'd like to see a better shooting percentage from three, but it's also the first preseason game, so I'm not going to overreact to it. But, I saw some good things from Shake, from, Dives. Here's a guy that I'll give you credit for him. Still not giving you Greg Ward and Jalen Reagor yet, but maybe one day.
One day.
But, I thought Shake looked good. Loved what I saw in limited minutes from Maxey. Obviously, Seth Curry hit a couple nice, jumpers that we have just desperately missed. Yeah. And really, look, Joel was good. Joel was who he is. But in the second half, that little stint that Ben had in the beginning of the second half was really, really pleasing to the eyes. Some of the moves he made, he was just very assertive, and that's what you're going to need to know from him.
Amen. What about you, Joey? How would you grade the offense?
Definitely a rock solid B+. I mean, obviously it is the first preseason game, so there are going to be some kinks to work out. You saw some errant passes, a little loose with the ball. But once they got a little comfortable, I mean, there was a lot of promise to this team. I mean, just the fact that they're running more pick and rolls now because of the guys that they have on this team is just so great to see. Joel did his thing because now not only do you have to worry about him in the post, but you have to worry about everybody else on the perimeter. So, single coverage, he's going to eat every single time. And I obviously loved what I saw from Shake. I mean, he has ultimate, sixth man of the year. I might have to start the sixth man of the year campaign for him, right soon. He just has that, that skill set that they so desperately needed in that lineup. So overall, solid B+, and I expect that as they get more practices under their belt, it'll get much more smoother as the year goes on.
Let's go to Justin. Justin, how would you grade the offense, dude?
So I would give it a solid B+. The thing that I looked at more than anything was the first quarter, just because that was where we had most of our guys out there that I think are going to get most of the minutes this year. The fact that we were able to get pretty easy buckets on the starting line, or on most of the starting lineup for the Celtics, was something that I love to see. You love to see that we were getting open looks from three, and we were getting good looks from under the basket. So I think that was the most important thing. Obviously, like Joey touched on, Shake Milton, you love to see that. I'm interested to see how he does in extended minutes against top line defense. Obviously, he went up against Marcus Smart for a little bit of this game, but I'm interested to see how he does with that on a whole game.
Thiago?
Yeah, I thought for the most part the offense looked pretty good, and I was just reading one of the quotes that Kyle put out after the game saying that Embiid had 18, but they didn't run anything of their offense through Joel Embiid, meaning that they still have a lot on the playbook for him. So that's very exciting. I mean, a guy puts 18 points without really having anything run towards him is pretty impressive. I think overall, again, all you guys touched on it. 100 plus points, below average 3-point shooting, so all that points to more potential in the future. So I'll give it a solid B+.
Brock.
I'm going to say a B as well. I'd reinforce all of your points that there's going to be growing pains with a team that has so many new faces, and especially in the COVID-19 era. But at the same time, there were a lot of shots to go around. Like Thiago just said, the offense didn't really run through Joel Embiid. He still got in the post, and he took 14 shots. Ben Simmons only took 5, but Shake Milton took 14. Tobias took 11. So on a normal night, if you could get your starting 5 all to take at least 10 shots, there's going to be a ton of offensive production. Another thing I'm looking at, it's the first preseason game with somewhat of a spaced floor. The spacing and the gravity is only going to get better. That's going to help Ben and Joel more. Joel went to the line 6 times. Ben went 5 times. If they can increase that a little bit higher throughout the season, maybe each go to the line 8 times a night, that's going to be unparalleled production. So today it's a B, but I think the expectations are much higher for once the offense gets completely settled in.
All right, let's go on to grading the defense tonight. The Sixers held the Celtics to under 100 points, 43.4% shooting, 28% from three for the Boston Celtics. Shake Milton actually showed a lot of flashes defensively. Danny Green, there's just a lot. Oh my gosh, I hate these advertisements. Sorry. There's a lot to love from the Sixers defense tonight. Brock, lead us off. How would you grade the Sixers defense, man?
I'm going to say an A+. Now, you got to take preseason games with a grain of salt, but what I'm looking at was the first half, right? Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Marcus Smart took 28 combined shots in the first half when they played, and they made 5 from the field. Okay, they had more combined turnovers than they did attempts made from the field. They barely hit any three-point shots. What that says to me is that Philadelphia kept their perimeter defense intact. And at the same time, if you may have noticed in recent years, Ben Simmons is the predominant defensive anchor on a player like Jason Tatum. Every possession, 25 is guarding Jason Tatum. What I saw tonight was Tobias Harris can step out at the perimeter and guard Jason Tatum. Matisse Thybulle can get around screens and guard players that aren't named Jaylen Brown on different possessions. There's a lot of defensive versatility. There's multi-positional defensive versatility, and that's what I really like about Philadelphia. They're going to create a lot of problems, and because they had 8 steals in the first half, 4 of which came from Danny Green, who only played 8 minutes, I give them an A+ performance tonight.
Thiago.
Yeah, so to what Brock was saying, right? Jason Tatum in the playoffs last year, 27 points a game. Jaylen Brown last year, 21.5 points a game. So you immediately see what the impact Ben Simmons brings to the team and also some of the additions that they've made as well. So I thought the defense as a whole was phenomenal. I thought the adjustments they made on the pick and roll and not just dropping Joel back underneath the rim made a difference. It caused some turnovers, caused some much harder shots. So I would give the defense an A-.
Justin?
I think something I would definitely give them an A, but I think something we have to look at as well is that Kemba Walker was not playing tonight, and that's a guy who opens up a lot more offensively for him as one of their dominant ball handlers, but also getting open shots for other people. I think that does make a difference, but either way, other than that, great defense. I'm excited to see what they look like when the Celtics are fully loaded on the offensive end.
All right. What about you, Joey?
Solid A for me. I concur with everything that has been said to this point. Rotations were pretty on point so far. Active hands all across the board. Obviously, Ben is the alpha dog on defense. I think he's going to be in the Defensive Player of the Year running once again. And just across the board at the wings positions, especially, they have so much versatility between Ben, Matisse, and all those guys. And just having Dwight as the backup to anchor that second unit down low and protecting the rim is so huge for them as well. So solid A overall tonight.
What about you, Rob?
Yeah, I don't know how you can't give him an A tonight. You can never have enough wing defenders in today's NBA, and for once, it doesn't look like it's an issue for the Sixers. You know, you have Danny Green out there, you take him out, you have Matisse, you have Ben, and as I said, when you have so many solid defenders, even those guys on your team that are considered weaker defenders, you know, you can hide them a little bit, but the other thing is when the energy is as high on that end of the ball, that end of the floor as it is, even those weaker defenders are going to play a little bit above their heads defensively. And I think you saw that at times today. I thought Shake played well at times today. So, you know, I think the sky's the limit for this team if this defense can really put it together like that.
All right, let's go on to our players of the game. For me, it's tied between Shake Milton and Tyrese Maxey. I think these are two players that not so much like I'm calling them a starter like on Friday night during their next preseason game. But I think Tyrese Maxey and Shake Milton are two players that are playmakers. They can give you so much, especially I like what I saw from Shake on defense. Especially Tyrese on defense, but they're guys that can give you so many more elements on offense and defense. And it kind of made me question, like, what does that mean for Matisse Thybulle and what does that mean for Isaiah Joe? These are two guys that I think are trending up, and those are two guys that really, really stood out for me. What about you, Brock?
It's going to be tough to pick a player not named Shake Milton, honestly. He led Philadelphia in field goals made. He led Philadelphia in three-pointers made. He dished the rock out. What I noticed in Shake, something that Jason has been hammering on all offseason, is that he needs to strengthen his lower body. I thought the acceleration looked better tonight. He's got a really good first step, as does Maxey. He took guys off the dribble, and he hit spots really well. So if you throw him in the two-man game with Dwight, with Ben, with Joel, you can count on him to either create an opportunity for his teammate or create one for himself. And he did just that tonight. So I'm taking Shake Milton as the player of the game. And my expectations are high. Joe, you said you're going to campaign for the sixth man of the year candidate, and I'm right there with you. I think the hype for sixth man and most improved is definitely real. So I'm putting all of my stock into Shake Milton under Doc Rivers this year.
Like I said, that is the main take. Is Shake Milton a starter or is Shake Milton a bench player? What about you, Tiago?
Yeah, they had Shake like coming off screens, coming off dribble handoffs, off the catch, running pick and roll. So they had him doing like a lot of stuff, which tells me that Doc really sees him as a very valuable piece. I came out of it thinking, like, is there a team with Tyrese Maxey here? Because originally, when the season started, I didn't expect much from Maxey this season, but I left very impressed the way that he kind of, orchestrated the pick and roll. He looked very calm, very under control. He attacked switches extremely well and aggressively. So I leave this game thinking perhaps there's a bigger role for Maxey in the future, especially in the first half of the season.
Yeah, you think about Shake and you think about Doc Rivers' history with sixth man of the year, Lou Williams, Jordan Crawford. It's all there. I mean, the evidence is all there for Shake. What about you, Joey? Who's your player of the game?
It's got to be Shake. I mean, I've always described him as he's very purposeful with how he maneuvers in the pick and roll and just takes guys off the dribble and everything. Absolutely. And he showed his whole bag tonight. I mean, just taking guys off the dribble, getting to the hole, dishing the rock out. The Dwight Shake pick and roll in the second unit, I think, is going to be phenomenal. And I think there's so much potential there. And I'm really excited to see what he can improve upon in what's going to be his third year.
Yeah, I watched when Shake and Norvell Pell dominated the pick and roll with the Delaware Bluecoats. It's like Dwight Howard is that, like, Norvell Pell just like Brock. He stayed solid, and now he's Norvell Pell. What about you, Justin?
So I've been saying this pretty much all live stream, saying how I think that Shake is going to be used in the same role that Lou Williams was over for the Clippers for him. As in, at the end of games, I think he's going to be coming in as the starting shooting guard to end games out, just like Lou would come off the bench for the Clippers. I think he is undoubtedly the MVP for this game. I don't think it can be somebody else. But yeah, that's what I think is going to end up happening. If he keeps playing this consistently, hitting that 19 points a game on that kind of shooting, I think what was he, 8 for 14? Like that's impressive, and I think that means he's gonna be around a lot.
Love it. What about you, Rob?
Well, listen, you could obviously you want to say Shake, but I'm just going to say a couple other names because they're guys that really stood out to me, and it's going to be two of the new. Well, it's really all three of the newcomers that we talked about, and Seth, Danny, and Dwight. And the reason I'm going to go there is, first of all, Danny Green did not play that much and had 4 steals, hit a 3. I mean, you could tell was just a leader on and off the court. So I love seeing that. Dwight, I just think that we can't undersell having Dwight Howard to go to when Joel Embiid leaves the court. It's just it is such a breath of fresh air to not be like, oh shit, how long can Joel get a rest and we don't give up a 20-point lead? You know what I mean? So that's where I love the Dwight, and I loved. And I'm a weird guy like this, but I loved his demeanor on the bench. I loved him up cheering and standing. Like, I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I know we didn't see as much from Seth Curry as we wanted, but you know what I did see from Seth? Knocking down open shots, which, I mean, how many times did we see guys wide open not making shots last year? And I think I will continue to say this. I think Steph Curry has a huge year in this system with this team, the way it's built. So I'll give the three newcomers, some cred tonight.
All right, now let's get into our giveaway winner for tonight's live stream. Here are the best comments of the night. Let me zoom in here. We have Diverse Conscience and Boston Baked Beans. Whoa, is that shaking on your end too? All right, now it's better. All right, cool. Whoa, that's weird. Hold on a second. Oh, that changes on your end too. All right, that's
yeah.
All right. Boston Baked Beans are already in this chat. I thought I smelled a fart. That was when we had some Boston Celtics fans entering our chat. I thought it was hilarious. You say you won an A. Says need to get rid of those yellow shoes. That was directed towards Furkan Korkmaz. Too easy to spot because he was stepping outside out of bounds every single time. Big Shane Gillis says Eric Snow. When I asked the question, who is the best 3-point percentage shooter of all time in Sixers history? Eric Snow. Zach Hines says James Harden had a Christmas dinner early. Chris Dunn said the Dwight Howard statue is going up now, and on Christmas they will lift the Maxi banner to the rafters. That's what preseason's all about, overreaction. And then Mark Bernstein just said it. How can something shake and stay so smooth? What do you guys think? Who should be the winner of the Trust the Process basketball card?
Well, here's the deal. I can't vote for Mark Bernstein because he also just came in and ripped my man Tony Bradley. So he's automatically disqualified for ripping my man Tony Bradley.
Anybody?
I love that Boston Baked Beans comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got to give it to Diverse. He's been pretty consistent with commenting. I've only been in here for, I guess, 30, 20 minutes now, but he was commenting way before the 3-hour mark and on our recent videos and everything. So I think Diverse has earned it.
Diverse. Are we in full agreement?
I'm in agreement.
I concur.
All right, Diverse gets the Trust the Process basketball cards. Diverse. Let's see. Message me on Twitter. Do you have Twitter, dude? Let me know in the comments. If you don't, we'll get in touch. We'll absolutely get in touch, and I'll send those to you. That was freaking awesome. Rob, what do you want to plug? Voice of the People. Let's go.
Well, the Voice of the People is coming this week, and as much as I would like to stay positive, I think I become public enemy number one this week with my Voice of the People. I think that I need to have a moment with the fans of this city and to explain to them that their narrative on Twitter is not more important than the team, and to stop spewing hate in directions that you don't need to spew it. But I'll take 15 minutes to school them on that this week. But also myself, Jessica Town will be back. It's going to be really nice that we don't have to talk about anything really bad on the Madness this week. We'll talk about an Eagles victory, which is still a stunner to me. But we'll also talk about what we're seeing from the Sixers. So make sure you tune in for that Thursday night. And then I'll hopefully get on the live stream on Sunday when the Eagles start their 32nd offensive line of the year, I feel like. Gets
literally.
Yeah.
Joey, anything you want to plug, bro?
Go follow me on @JoeyD_6 or don't. And I'm always on these streams here as much as I can. So I'll be back. I'm sure I'll be back probably within the next few days. But definitely go follow me on Twitter.
What about you, Justin?
You can go follow me on Twitter @J_Persichetti if you would like. Go follow the Painted Lines on Twitter because I tweet off that a lot. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to raise that. It really does help us out. You'll see me on this channel a good amount.
Thiago.
Yeah, just keep on a lookout for some of the stuff we put out. I tend to cover a lot of the NBA. Austin Brock do an awesome job with the Sixers. It's like impossible to match their work ethic. So I try to roam around a little bit of some of the NBA stuff. So I'm trying to get up my Bucks piece out this week for you guys to take a look.
Awesome. Brock.
All right, first and foremost, check out all of my peers before me. Check out everybody at the Painted Lines Twitter, the Painted Lines YouTube, the Madness, everything everybody said. Check that out before you check mine. If you want to check me out on Twitter, it's @LandisBrock on YouTube. It's Brock Landis. And remember, for my people, Diverse, you too. Stay solid, baby.
Yes.
Stay solid, baby.
Flex on them. Flex on them.
All right. Just want to say thank you, everybody here who watched, liked, subscribed, and absolutely commented. The comment section was ridiculous today. This is what this is. You know, if you want to watch NBC Philly and just sit by yourself and just like have a pity party, go be you, baby. But if you want to have fun, have giveaways, have Sixers trivia, laugh with us, that's what we're going to bring. But this is the Painted Lines YouTube channel. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Tomorrow night, the Faithful Fanatics podcast at 5 o'clock. Check them out on Twitter at FaithfulFans2. Then we got Thursday night, The Madness, 8 o'clock with my man Rob, the voice of the people with Jessica Town. And then we got a Christmas music special because, of course, Saturday night at 8 p.m. East Coast time. I hope everyone had a blast. By the way, we will be back Friday night versus the Pacers live streaming. Probably have another giveaway. I guess the main takeaway for that is if you talk shit on Boston fans, you're probably going to win.
Listen, tell your friends to come subscribe and join the live stream. See if they can get a chance at that giveaway. Come hang out with us. It's going to be a fun time.
And also, do not slander the Tar Heels in Rob's presence.
No. You will lose. You will not win the giveaway if you slander North Carolina.
We have new Greg Ward
Ward
for Rob.
either.
We have that was another win for tonight. We got Rob's Greg Ward come out tonight.
Tony Bradley, baby.
Tony Bradley. All right. For Rob, for Joey, for Justin, for Tiago, for myself, for Brock. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome.
Guys.